All right, everybody, and we welcome you to game 1 of 3 that we are calling today. Up first, a battle between Yukon and Boston College. I think I'm on already with a 5-er. On Delaware D1 swimming and college swimming, better than the college football. I will say college swimming is intense. College swimming is intense. The ASU meets are insane. The ASU meets, if you've ever seen one of the photos of an ASU meet, they have people watching on top of a parking garage. It is it's nuts. College swimming can be fun. I love watching swimming, especially the Olympics. My favorite sport to call the Olympics by far was swimming. So I don't deny that. I do not deny that. I appreciate the 5-er as always. Thank you, man. And with that being said, appreciate you guys being here for this game on EC Network between UConn and Boston College. My name is JG9. If you've never been to one of these streams before, how it works is like this. Fire in the chat with any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Any donation, get a question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. Vote in that poll and then wins this game, UConn or BC. So if you're wondering, where's the You Make the Call? So Jags play tomorrow. Jags are Sunday. Jags are Sunday. How's it going, Michael? Frank be with you, my man. Frank be with you. You know, it's Saturday. Unless you're from Patriot Point. Yeah. If the Jaguars do not play today, that is tomorrow. But if you're wondering where the You Make the Call is, long story short, they've not announced the times for the games next week. So we're going to do this instead. So for every $100 we get, I will call a college basketball game opening week of the season, November 3rd through 7th. So no, You Make the Call. Instead, it's going to be a stretch goal basically across the 3 streams today. For every 100, we'll do one game. I'll fit it in somehow. So, oh yeah, Jaguars, yep. Yeah, if you're in Beijing, they do play today. If you're in Beijing, they do play today. That is true. So if I that bowling think wins this one, BC or Yukon. It's been a rough season for BC so far. 5 straight losses, looking for the first win against an FBS opponent this year. Yukon, it's been solid for them, 4-2, coming off that dominant win, 51-10 over FIU last time. I should also know every Thursday I do this thing called Live Man Karaoke, where I spin a wheel, $25. You get a song half off, $50. I'll do any song you want me to on the karaoke list. $25. There's a song that's half off. The song half off for this stream and this stream only is going to be, so I'll close the poll here, 50% with each. My Sharona by the Knack. My Sharona by the Knack is the song that is half off. All right, kickoff underway. Let's do this thing. And we'll go into the ends of our touchdown. That's where Boston College will start this strife. Last night fell 59. Wow. Yeah, that's a late night for you. Alice Vanny had better game than this one. That's a top 25 game. That's a top 25 game. You guys vote on this one again. You guys decide everything except for top 10 matchups. You guys decide everything this season. Should be a fun one here. Should be a fun one. And for Boston College, see if they can get things going here with their quarterback under center, number 3, Grayson James, who this season so far just 7 for 14, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Doesn't have a huge sample size. We'll see what it can do. On drive number 1, try and get this Eagle offense going here. One at the top, back to his left, hands it off up the middle, and it's going to go down to the 28-yard line, called a gain of 3. Making it 2nd and 7. Getting this game over on ACC Network if you do want to watch. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. I didn't see anything about the Broncos fan with Demaryius. I did not, or the Giants fan with Demaryius. I did not see anything about that. But fan base on Twitter can get crazy. Twitter can get crazy. If they go quick, it can be a QB draw here with James, and James to the 30, and he'll truck his way ahead to the 34-yard line, brought down by Damon Brinson. Bring up 3rd and 1. Worst non-fatal injury in sports history. The worst non-fatal injury? Ooh. I mean, if we're talking like Dennis Bird, Eric LeGrand, like something like that. The Beck Harris on Front Watch. I mean, I don't think he was ever like that great to begin with. I mean, for college he's fine, but I don't think he's any great to begin with. 3rd and 1. Handoff up the middle, and that will be enough for the first down. They go quick down to the 37-yard line, and you set it downs. Yep, or email the, watch the episode next week. Perfect. All right, yeah, that'll be tomorrow. Yeah, we're not going to do it tonight. We'll do it tomorrow. I'm going Yukon, and I'm going under. I'm going Yukon and under on that one. Is my, well, if you're saying message, yes, it's gone through. Super Spiegel. Hand off to the side, to the 40. They go quick to the 45, and right at the line to gain. I think they're going to give it to him, yet they will at the 47-yard line. They will give him the first. Going quick. Stingley? Yukon to cover? Yes. Stingley. Not recalling off the top of my head. I'm just blank. One top, one the bottom. Play action here. They send 4. Checks it down to his back in the flat. That ball's caught and brought down the 48-yard line. Gain of about 4 on that one. Catch by Turbo Richard, the sophomore back. Leader on the team this year in rushing yards with 406. BC has not been a good team running the ball this season. Just 3.1 yards per carry. So the only guy over 100 yards this season. Brings up 2nd and 6. Oh, eliminator pick? Oh, eliminator pick. Visiting parents for this weekend, they move their own mattress. Guess what makes you fall asleep? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Give me a Tennessee fan picker instead of Georgia. They've been whiffing on the guest picks. They've been whiffing on the guest picks. Yeah, 1.5. That's pretty much a pick up at that point. I think Georgia fans and Celtics is playing good with Miami. I don't know about Celtics. I mean, Stockton's playing all right this year. Hand off here to Richard and nothing doing. Balled up by a few UConn players, including Aaron Key, number 5. Brings up 3rd and 6. Yeah, I would say Bird is probably the worst. Dennis Bird probably the worst with the Jets. I'm going to pick Panthers. It's not bad. It's not bad for Eliminator. I don't hate it. Yeah, I think paralyzation. Yeah, Stingley. I was thinking the Texans corner. I think that's why I was thinking Texans corner. I just couldn't recall off the top of my head. I was thinking like Texans corner. I'm like, wait, what? 3rd down, handoff here. 2 plays get 5 yards. They'll get 2 on that one down to the 45. And you figure they're going to go for it here. Giants over Broncos. I like it. I've not been impressed with Denver this season. Off to bed, all good, Badger. And Daniel, you're up. You're up early too. You're up early too for Hawaii time. You're up early too. What was it 5 o'clock in the morning there? LSU Vanny just kicked off. A theme song pick, so we'll get to that in just a little bit. To the top, to the bottom, back to his right. They're gonna go for it here. Lock a week, yeah. Chiefs over Rares. I like the Chiefs the most as my survivor. I like Chiefs as my survivor. They send 4. They're going. James, middle of the field, open. Caught at the 30. Nice throw there over the middle of the field. Working on Lee Millette. And the grab there made by Dawson Powell, the true freshman receiver. Just his 6th grab of the season, but it's a big one. Gain a 15 and a first. They go quick, and James will get sacked at the 32. Brought down immediately by Wright. Stephen Wright. Stephon Wright, I should say. 2nd and 12. Having a burr? He got in a duel with Hamilton? I don't know what I'm missing on that. Oh, yeah, Daryl. Yes, Daryl Single. Yes. You know, that was a bad one. Yeah. Yes, that was absolutely a horrible one. Yeah, that's a good pick for the worst, like, non-fatal. Head off here, and they'll get, I'll say about 3. Down to the 20, maybe the 28-yard line. Jordan McDonald, the senior back, his first of the day. Got up early, and we stayed up till 4 a.m. last night after the debacle. That was crazy. That game last night was just, no one deserved to win that one. Paris flavor of the Jet starters has their own 6 record. Yeah, and do I trust Panthers in Survivor? Not yet. Not yet. I don't trust him just yet in a Survivor pick. 3rd and 9. By road teams, it's tough to pick for Survivor. 3 at the top, back to his left. Takes it, fires out route, and that is incomplete. No flag on the field. Looking on the play for Chudzinski. The freshman tight end, and on 4th and 9, should send the field goal unit out for a 47-yarder. Dolphins held everyone. Bill straight for a while. I don't think the. Well, Flacco is different. Flacco, 40-year-old quarterback, wasn't playing well. You might as well see what you have in the future. Thanks for not doing it too. I need to catch up on sleep. All good. Kickoff. The kick here from 47. It is. Well, the camera lost it, but it's good. Opening drive field goal for the Eagles. Good start for them with Grayson James. One of his first drives of the season under center. They go about 6 minutes. They get a 4th down conversion again to field goal range. And 3-0 your score early on here. Again, if you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe. Yeah, while he's in his prime, Flacco, 40-year-old quarterback, move on to the future. That's a little bit different. Didn't get shit out? Let's go. Let's go, baby. Baby steps. Baby steps. Yeah, if you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe, helps the channel out a ton. Oh, no, I'm pretty confident he won't get traded in division. And we'll be live for 3 games today. We got Georgia Ole Miss top 10 matchup later tonight, or later in the day. And then at night, USC Notre Dame. Should be a fun one over on NBC. So we got 2 ranked matchups after this is done. Meanwhile, Georgia Tech fumbled on the first play. Duke's got it. Georgia Tech fumbled on the very first play. Duke has the ball in the red zone. Wrestle Dream? Nah, I'm not watching that tonight. I mean, Patriots are in buy now mode. Patriots are in buyer mode, and they have the cap space. So the offense is have a scripted plays. Yep. Let's see. Again, the redshirt senior quarterback, Grayson James. This is just his 3rd appearance of the season. Played against Pitt, went 2 for 9 with no touchdowns and a pick. Played against Fordham, the first game, 5 for 5. So this is just his 2nd game against an FBS opponent. On Georgia Tech Duke on ACC Network, all good. So James this season against the FBS, 2 for 9, with no touchdowns on a pick. But he's going to start here again, transferring from FIU. And a solid opening drive for the Eagles. I'll see what UConn can do with Fainano. as the quarterback for the Huskies. Again, coming off a 51-10 win last time against FIU. They've won 3 straight games since an OT loss to Delaware. Both losses this season were OT. Not cerebral release, voice, and paralyzed. Yeah, paralyzation has to be the worst. Paralyzation, like permanent paralyzation, has to be the worst. I mean, Connor's a huge fan of wrestling. He's definitely a fan. It's just, he's like a man child essentially. He's like a man child. He's very much a man child. NFL for power stop. Yep. So 3-0 score. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe to this episode, tell the channel to try to grow this community even more. We got emojis in the chat. We got the 2 BC emojis. We got 3 emojis for UConn, including the drunk husky. Episodes made a case for best of season 5. Oh, I cannot wait. Seattle trifecta. Ooh, we got Mariners. I hope the Seahawks. I hope the Seahawks win. And then UW plus 705. That's pretty good. I don't hate it. I don't hate that. Kickoff, end zone, touchback. UConn ball to 25. Oh yeah, theme Sopix. Yes. Here's a man child. Yes. It's like Sabrina Carpenter. All right, I'm gonna guess Bel Air. Bel Air, Always Sunny, Cheers, Outer Banks. Austin and Alley. I'm going on a limb. I'm gonna forget what we do for New Orleans, but it's one of the. I think it's like one of the NCISs. Screen pass here. That's called gain of 2. Let's get the flow. Yep. Go Kansas City. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go Stranger Things. I hope it's not. I hope it's not Stranger Things, but I'm gonna go Stranger Things. Friends. To the bottom of the screen. Second A in the pistol here. Stretch play to the side. And nothing doing. Balled up for a gain of just 1. Edwin Colinge on the stop on the ground. For Cam Edwards. Go Dallas. We're gonna go Packers theme. Neverland Pirates. Hammermen. And Reba. Back shoulder incomplete, but there's a flag on the play. Yeah, there's a flag on the play. Flew right on the snap. And Fayano last time out against FIU. 22 for 28, 4 touchdowns, no picks, played very, very well. And that pass falling incomplete, but there was a flag that flew immediately. Refs huddling up here to discuss the matter. Up 12 and then lost. Oh man, that sucks. Blown leads are never fun. When you're on the wrong end of it. Offside, penalties declined. Pass interference will be accepted. So 2 flags on BC. They'll knock it off the field, forcing a 3 and out. They're going to get Carter Davis, redshirt sophomore, on that one. So it was basically push the receiver out of bounds. Easy call there. John Nider, the intended target there. 3 catches for 68 yards last time against FIU. New set of downs at the 38-yard line. As a result, have devil horns. I kind of like that. Almost like a Viking, like the Vikings helmet. It's not bad. I was going to say, ball should be at the 43. It's a 15-yard penalty. They moved it to the 38, but it should be at the 43. Now they move it to the 43. Again, for every 100 we hit on stream across these next 3, I will do a college basketball game. It will not take away from any NFL or college football streams. Pretty difference on that one. Yep, me too. Oh, wait, Purdy's not playing. No, Purdy's not playing. Swings it out. That's caught behind the line to the 45. Juke move. There's a flag on the play, probably for the block in the back. Someone tells me this one's coming back. Yeah, Purdy's not playing. He's ruled out. That's why I'm taking. If I'll take Purdy over Penix, obviously, but again, I'm just not high on Mac Jones. I'm just not high on him. Holding on the play, move it back, and the Falcon defense is darn good. That Falcon defense is darn good. Back it up. 1st and 20. After the holding, they'll get that one on Skylar Bell. After that swing pass there. Feel a lot better if Tennessee wins today? Oh, yeah. Tennessee Bama's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a fun game. And this whole slate, the late slate, Holy War, Tennessee Bama, and USC Notre Dame. I mean, God. This is incredible. That's going without Purdy? Oh, I don't deny that. It wouldn't be shocking if the Niners won at all. It wouldn't be shocking at all. 1st and 20, slam pass. That ball's caught. And we'll call it a gain about 7 for Bell. Trying to redeem himself from the holding penalty. He gets down to the 42. We're saying that by Omar Thornton. Just the Falcon defense is really good. And Purdy, I just don't trust him to throw more than 10 yards down the field. Empty backfield. There you go quick. Fayano looking. Once again goes to Bell. And this time we'll get about 3 to the 46-yard line. Well, Mac Jones, the Mac Jones I know is the guy that, against the Bucs last week on 4th and 7, checked it down for 3 yards. He's the guy I know. Oh my God, RFK, that's awful. That is awful. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I am so sorry to hear that. By all means, you don't have to apologize for that. Oh my God, that is awful. So sorry to hear that. By all means, yeah, that's way more important. By all means, way more important. By all means. And back to where I started, 135 less 85 than 50 again. You know, that's better than most people. Get back to where you started, get good entertainment out of it. That's the goal. You win any money, that's a bonus. Fayano, open, caught the 40, 35, and out of bounds to the 34. 3 straight passes to Skylar Bell. And Bell, well, they're going to get him for a flag for shooting guns. It's the second time he's been called for a penalty. You can't do that. They'll get the taunt. 1st down, and then back it up 15. And you can signal a 1st down, but then he started shooting guns, and they'll get that every time. Skylar Bell, 2 touchdowns last week against FIU. That's 2 penalties on the drive for Bell. This is a give it and take it away kind of drive for him. 3 catches, 2 penalties. They don't so long with Barrow Flacco. I think it's the pass rush of the Steelers. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I mean he did like a firing motion. I'm not crazy about that call. I let him play. But I let him play on that one, but was that Murphy? I've been number 6 instead. My apologies if that. Handoff here goes to Edwards. Play action. Fayano looking open on the corner. That's caught the 30. 25-20. It's not going to matter. The taunt will not matter because they just score right away. The taunt will not matter. Javonte Vereen. 50-yard strike to him. Vereen, his first touchdown of the season. Longest scrap for him. Penalty on BC, it's declined. UConn scores on their first drive, marching right down the field. Make it 6-3 with the extra point pending. Fayano looking awfully comfortable that drive. UConn, despite shooting themselves in the foot, 1st and 21.2 to a holding. And that taunting penalty to back him up 15. Doesn't matter. Do the Bengals have a shot at the North Burst healthy? Absolutely. Absolutely they do. That division does not impress me. Glad we scored. Yep. It's going to be a long day potentially. High snap, but extra point is good. I haven't looked at the draft projections yet in terms of where guys are going to go. I haven't looked at draft projections yet. What do they have, though? Yeah, they don't have, like... They only, like, rank the top 50 so far. He's on the top 50. I just seem like take 3. What's this how UConn is? It's for search purposes. It's just for search purposes. That's all it's for. Just look competitive, yeah. That's really all it's for. Like, obviously, like people know who UConn is. Obviously, we all know Connecticut, UConn. We all know that. It's more for people who search Connecticut. UConn, like, if they search Connecticut, Boston College, this stream will not come up. So it's more for that. It's just playing the algorithm and the search thing. That's all it is. Believe me, I don't like it. You play the algorithm. That's all it comes down to. You're playing the algorithm. Been healthy, Mars not look great. This is your minus Bills game. For the most, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong on that one. You know, whether the Browns win the North will shock me? Yeah. 1-5 Ravens, I'd be a bit surprised if they came back. Duke's going to score a touchdown. 1 to beat. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, they were going to say stepped out of bounds. I was going to say the guy slowed down. The guy slowed down. I was like, oh, no. Yeah, he stepped out of bounds on the sideline. Okay. All right. That's why he slowed down, because he stepped out of bounds. Yep. Yeah, he stepped out of bounds. And one of the algorithm, yep. No, Duke touchdown. He stepped out of bounds. That's why he sidestepped. It's actually, yeah, ball back at the 38. Duke wins this game. They're ranked, I think. 4-0 in conference play, 5-2. Maybe stepped out. 7-3 your score. I thought I pulled Mitchell. For a second, I was like, oh no, what are you doing? It was like high step into the 15, and it was like, okay, wait, he stepped out of bounds. All right. You scores the Bengals? I think so, too. Bengals will not shock me at this point. Bengals really will not shock me. Problem is that their defense sucks. I mean, when you're allowing like 37 points per game, you're not going to win too many games. But are the Steelers going to win too many games? I don't know. I think Steelers can hold their own, and Aaron Rodgers is playing very well right now. Aaron Rodgers is playing extremely well to the point where I think they can do enough. I think they can do enough to hold on. I think the Steelers will win that division. But Bengals definitely have a shot. Ravens, I'd be very surprised. Coming back from 1-5. Browns, stick a fork in them. Freeman going to kick it off here. And this one is going to be fielded in the end zone, taken out to the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and brought down the 28-yard line. So Stitch sticking out is a good one. They'll get an extra 3 yards. What do I recommend after last night? Probably like in the 8 or 9 range. Probably 8 or 9. Who's more points per game? Broncos or Dolphins? The Dolphins actually have more points per game. Yeah, 2 games versus Ravens. They won't concern on the defense. That is true. That is true. So Boston College, last drive, got a field goal out of it. I feel like they're putting a lot of effort into moving the ball. UConn did not really put a lot of effort into moving the ball down the field the first drive. Handoff here. That's a good start for BC. They'll get 5 on the stretch play. And Boston College, not a great running team. And Trevor Richard, a bit slow to get up, the sophomore back. A bit slow to get up. He comes in with a bit of a limp. As our back to our live streams, both have been online betting. Oh, no. Oh, no. Texas size gains, baby. Texas size gains. Right, Bengals on 31.3. Right, I'm talking the last, right, I said 37. That's the last 5 games. 5 games. Last 5 games they've allowed. Half here. That'll be a first down and brought down the 43-yard line. Yeah, I think since the Jaguar game, so the last 5 games, I think it's 37. So I said on stream the last 4 was like 39. Jordan McDonald gets 8 on that one. UConn last game against FIU did a pretty good job stopping the run. Allowed just 3.6 yards per carry. Or the average went down, yep. Yep, after that game against the Steelers, yep. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Receiver in motion. They go jet sweep to the 50, brought down the 48. VJ Wilkins, the redshirt junior. He'll get about 9 on that one, brings up 2nd and 2. I'm pretty sure all you guys tune in. If you like what you see, like, and subscribe. We're just playing so much rare with Steelers of the Jets. Fewer distractions. I mean, he's not doing he's not doing the media appearances. He's not being able to call the shots in terms of getting his guys in that were net negatives. Just also think it's the Jets. They're just certain franchises are just not good for development. Hand off here, we'll get 1, 3rd and 1. You've always got tired people say it's washed up. Yep. Also, the Jets just did not have the supporting cast. And that was Rodgers' fault because he made his guys come in. But outside of Garrett Wilson, who do they really have? I mean, Rodgers can throw it he's the deepest tight end room in football is in Pittsburgh. 3rd and 1. Handoff again. McDonald, first down at the 42. Taken down there for UConn by Diamande. He's got security blankets galore in Pittsburgh. When you look at the game, the 4-touchdown game, every touchdown was to a tight end. It was a different tight end. Should we know that that points per game is kind of inaccurate because it includes defense, special, and scores? Yeah, it is. But with the Bengals, it's very accurate. Their defense is really bad. Hand off against McDonald. McDonald breaks a tackle 30 and brought down by the legs of the 27. Maybe a touchdown-saving tackle there. Running the ball well. Again, James has not done a whole lot this season at quarterback, but it doesn't really matter if you've got a good running game like this. Gain of 15 and a first. Well, I think factor that one summer. Right, if you can do that, Rodgers is a far better quarterback overall. Yep. They'll go quick, and once again, McDonald. Brought down by Pringle, but a gain of 12 and a first down. Boston College, last game against Clemson, lost 41-10, just 2.7 yards per carry that day. Today they got 74 yards already on the ground. Again, McDonald, they can't stop him, down to the 9. Gain of 6. They have not thrown a single pass. Georgia Tech touchdown, by the way. It's 29 yards per point. Yeah, that's pretty bad. 2nd 4, again going quick. Hand off McDonald. This time they finally stop him. 3rd and 4. And they have no answers right now for the BC ground game. Ooh, the Buccaneers have ruled out Godwin and Bucky Irving. So no Irving, no Godwin. 3rd and 4. Now they'll slow it down. Let's throw the controller to TV battle play. Yep. Yeah, that's got to be frustrating for Duke. That's got to be frustrating for Duke after how this game has gone so far. 90 seconds go in the first. 2 at the top, 1 of them on back to his right. Pressure, back of the end zone, not even close, but they're going to get a flag for defensive holding. Chudzinski, the true freshman tight end, draws the hold on Cam Chadwick. That'll be a new set of downs for BC. First and goal. Oh, line set, yeah. Although the secondary is pretty banged up. Secondary is banged up. First and goal after the penalty ball at the 2-yard line. In the pistol. Handoff. McDonald, nothing to do. You think if they keep with the quarterback on one of these, no one's covering him. A loss of 2. So back-to-back runs for McDonald going nowhere. UConn defense is trying to tighten up a little bit. Second and goal. Yeah, I've got Bucks just right now. The line secondary. I'm not crazy about it. But those are big losses for Tampa. 2 at the top of the screen in the pistol. Same formation as last time. We have not seen Turbo Richards since he came a bit limping earlier in the drive. Play action in the flat. Oh, it was open. That was the play. Everyone was fooled on that one. He was open. But a low throw there to Zeke Moore, the junior tight end. Brings up 3rd and goal. The Cleveland Week 1 win screwed everything up. Yep. Abuka, meanwhile, game time decision. Game time decision. Over 40 in UConn? Ooh. Yeah, I have UConn on this one. Over looks good right now. Low snap. Going back in the end zone. And this time will not draw a flag. So 2 throws down by the goal line. Reed Harris, the intended target. Over 12-minute drive for arm results to nothing. That is peak Service Academy football. Evans, haven't heard anything about him. I'm assuming he's playing. I'm assuming Evans is playing. Yeah, UMass in the MAC now. Yep, UMass is in the MAC. They added them because of NIU. Added them because NIU left to go to the Mountain West. Lombardo, 22-yard try. They will not go for it. They'll take the 3. 2 drives, 2 field goals for the Eagles. So the 22-yard kick is good. 35 to go in the first. 7-6 your score. Up in Massachusetts in this Northeast rivalry. And they do not go for it. They take the points. Don't hate it this early on. 4th and 5, really. Don't hate it. But that's one of those I have no problem with either way because you pin them deep. Again, appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. Really does help us out on the channel. So we try and grow this community even more. Yeah, I think Northern Illinois, I think mountains. Yep, the glorious mountains of Chicago. So how's it going, Michael? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being here as always. Again, for every 100 we get on the stream today, across the 3 days, across the 3 streams, I should say, we will do 1 college basketball game the opening week of the season, which will not interfere with any NFL streams or college football streams. Keep in mind, times are at really weird times. The games are at really weird times for college basketball. They're basically every hour of the day the first week of the season. So we will be going ham on that, depending on how much we do. It's only 17-16. Oh, I think you're not holding the 17, I don't think. Now it's touchdown value, yep. Part 1 Manfred stream and Stephanie Summer is complete. What's Stephanie up to? Stephanie is in the process of having Taylor Swift release an emergency album so that people are distracted by the World Series. She's going to cancel the World Series and she's going to distract everyone doing so by having Taylor Swift release a new album at the same time. This game's going quick so far. I mean, to be fair, ACC games start on time. ACC Network starts right at 12 versus Fox, ABC, ESPN. They'll start like 10 minutes later. The commercial breaks aren't as bad with this. Like, there's a reason, if you ever notice, like, CBS Sports Network games go way faster than ESPN games. Way faster. There are certain networks that are better than others in terms of commercial breaks. It's also why, when we do High Point games, the games usually take, like, under 2 hours when I do college basketball with High Point. Because ESPN Plus, it's not as bad. I think it's Mariners and Mariners. I think so, too. I'm not upset about that, but we're all Mariners fans. SC announce the game times, the rest of the times at TBD. Yep. Until we get a time on that, I can't do it. You make the call. Until we do a time on that, I can't do it. You make the call. So I got to figure out the times of the games. I also have to figure out what the plan is for that kickoff here. Field at the 2-yard line, taken to the 10, 15, and brought down the 18-yard line. Like, do I do game 2? Who would have won the 94 World Series? I would have gone Expos. I think the Expos would have won. Like, game 3, we're not doing to the World Series. That's NFL. Game 2, I would say yes, but the problem is that LSU A&M could be a top 10 matchup. So it depends on what happens today. If LSU A&M is a top 10 matchup, I have no idea what we're going to do. We have another Shire decision. Yep. You're putting Little in when he's been struggling this series, yeah. Little and Dominguez. I mean, my God. One of the top 3 at the bottom. Back to his right. Now back to his left is Edwards. First drive was a touchdown. Fayano looked very good that drive. Going to start with some play action. Looking down the field. Behind his man. Incomplete. Lucky it wasn't picked off. Lucky it was not picked off. It was Carter Davis, but they're going to get a flag on that one. Maybe a bit too handsy. Maybe the reason it had a chance to get picked off was because the receiver was getting dragged on that one. The receiver, the intended target, was somebody, John Nider. Cal Raleigh 1.032 against lefties and 9.09 against righties. Oof. Yeah, let's bring one in. Smart. Smart move. It's actually going to be holding. The coverage was clean, actually. The coverage was clean. Ben Morawski. They'll get him for holding. Mariners feel like 98 Padres. We know what the result's going to be. First and 15 after, I think, the illegal formation. Caillou crashed him out. Fact. Fact. Bell goes in motion. In the pistol here. UConn got back to him a few times last drive. They made it count. They'll get a check down here. It goes to Murphy. Murphy gets the yardage back of the 23. It brings up 2nd and 7. UConn had a 1st and long last time. Got the first. Got backed up with a taunting penalty. Scored a touchdown immediately after. We get a lot of yards for play. We go to the end of 1. 7-6 for this Northeast rivalry. Greatest moment? Oh, winning the Natty in 98. Winning the Natty in 98. I mean, look, I think it's not like the Mariners are a lucky to be there, happy to be there kind of team. I don't get that vibe with the Mariners. Do I think they win the series against the Dodgers? No. But this team has talent. This Mariners team has talent. The Dodgers are a great team. They're not historically 98 Yankees level. This is not Yankees-Padres situation. This is not a Yankees-Padres situation. There was a last year's Cesar Arkansas game? Ooh. Or that year's Cesar Arkansas game, yeah. I think we're talking like just individual plays, the best moment. I would say the game against Georgia in 2016. Right, yeah, Jags don't need to win tomorrow. It'd be nice if they won. Like, we're going to lose. The NFC game is a good win or lose. NFC doesn't count to the tiebreakers. Just something fire was unfair. Well, he's going to stand up for coaches. He's going to stand up for coaches. So I get that. I get that. I get that. He's going to stand up for his coaches. 20 years ago, the Bush push play. I'm excited for the double tomorrow. Number one song. Or number 2 song. We're going to go Gold Digger by Kanye West. Have a hard time believing the win. Think Jason Bear chance of their bats. See, it's funny. I think with the bats, I think the Mariners have a good chance. I mean, if they get going, I mean, look at that lineup. I mean, you got Rosarina, if he gets going, Suarez, Naylor, Raleigh. They'll just hit out aim point. Polanco. Rodriguez. Canzone's going to regular season. I don't know what's happening in this postseason, but Canzone's been... I mean, there are not really weak links in that lineup right now. Away home, Bristol Rovers. 1, Tremere 4. Nice win, yep. Good start. Eric Collins is calling Cardinals Texans. Oh, shaken up by Murray Carey. Oh, man. Oh, no, not Cardinals Texans. You mean, Big 12 game. Yeah, he's so good. I love him. Guess what's the number one song of the week? Oh, man. How many games each World Series go? I think Dodgers in 6 in both. Dodgers in 6 in both. Yeah, but Eric Collins is just really good. I listened to his interview with Awful Announcing. He said he hasn't listened to a game since 1999. Which I love. I love. So he's got his own unique style. He doesn't copy anyone. Eric Collins, it's actually interesting. He said, like, okay, like, I go to Super Bowl parties, and, like, the audio is on the background, that's fine. But in terms of actually watching a sporting event, so if he watches an event at his house, like a football game, a baseball game, basketball game, he doesn't have the audio on. And he does not have the audio on for any of the games he's ever watched since 1999. 2nd and 8. Fayano stepping up, going to take off and run. He'll dive ahead. We'll see where they mark the knee. There's a flag on the play, though. Eric Collins is him. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that. Hope they win at home. Well, I hope it's not the Dodgers. See what the call is here. Personal foul. Hands to the face on the defense. So it's a first down either way. Put it right at the 47-yard line after that run. They'll get that one on AMD, it looks like. Now time for Josh and Aguilar to top it off. That'll be incredible. Should be a good game. I'm not on the call for that one, but it should be a good game. I will have it on the background. You call it the WAB ball? Yeah, I'm fine with that. But that's what I always say, like if you want to like be good at announcing, like a lot of things, just like play Madden, turn the audio off, and just call the game yourself, or like do it like with a video game. Messi does that. Barely UCF. Oh yeah, he was great like, on the Panthers Dolphins game. One of the top two of the bomb back to his left. They really need to put him in the full-time rotation. Get rid of Chris Myers, please. Just get rid of Chris Myers. Fayano looking deep, one-on-one, incomplete. Looking for Bell, the go-to man this game so far, especially that first drive. Isaiah Farris on the coverage, brings up second down. Oh, Jermaine, we agree. Jermaine, we agree. The Dodgers, I think, are going to win. The Dodgers, I think, are going to win. But, believe me, I want the Mariners or the Blue Jays. They lost to Oxford. Jeez. Who's the call? USC Notre Dame. Another top 25 matchup. There are 3 top 25 matchups today. Tonight's a great night for college football. Stretch play here on second down. I'll be third and medium. Gain of about 6. Victor Rosa, the redshirt junior, gets me to plus 30 for the second straight drive. Phil will beat Bama more finally than Hail Mary against Georgia. I get that, because that was the monkey off the back. I got that. I mean, that game was nuts. That game was nuts. Chargers game gets a lot easier. It does. It does. It does. 5 games on, all of them have potential to be important for playoff games. God bless football. Love it. And tonight's going to be fun, too. This is a good slate. This is where it gets really good. 3rd and 5. Ball near midfield. Fayano. First read out there. Second read. Crosser caught by the tight end to the 40. 35-30. Stays on his feet. 25 and out of bounds to the 24. Gain of 26 there. And that's John Nider. Oh, 7-6. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I always like it when it goes 7. I always like it when it goes 7. Country selling good? Yep. I mean, I look at the Jaguars. Here's how I look at it. Tomorrow would be great if they win. Tomorrow, if they win, we're making the playoffs, barring injury. Sweep gets 2. Rosa. Jets fans suffer more than as Chris Myers. Yep. Had a buddy of mine text me, why do you hate on Chris, like, why hate on Chris Myers? I'm like, my condolences for this next game you're going to have to listen to. My condolences. Like, my thing with the Jaguars... My thing with the Jaguars is, if we're a good team, and I don't know if we are, the Raiders are not good. 2nd 8. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Fayano. Stepping up, slam pass, caught 10, down to the 6. It's Alex Honing on the grab. Gain of 16. 5-2 so collapsible. No, here's what I mean, Sports Talk. Here's what I mean. Here's what I mean. If we are a good team, and I don't know if we are, sweep play to the side, they go quick to the line, and Rosick down to the 2. We have to play the Titans twice. We play the Jets, we play the Raiders. 10 wins gets you in. I think we can all agree 10 wins gets you in. Was he ever good? No. Jackson Richardson, I'm not happy about that. New York Jets, I've never heard of him. Never heard of that. Yeah, Rich Eisen, that's going to be an interesting one. It is up. That's good. Yep. Yeah, I never like to say guys down, but that's good. He's up. Good team. Trevor Lawrence, just sucks. Trevor Lawrence has been fine. He's like the Dalton line. It's like the Dalton line at this point. In the pistol. 2nd and goal. Play action. And he's going to try to take himself. Fayano in the end zone. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Fayano runs it himself. It's 13-6. Like, I don't blame Trevor for the last game, because Trevor the last game got pressured 33 times. The offensive line just crumbled. How's it going, W viewer? Big weekend. Enjoy the games. Be safe. BC can run Hades. Yep. Well, they're running right now. Defensively, they're running. Like, here's what I mean, sports. Like, obviously, 5-2 is collapsible. We all know that. 5-2 is collapsible. Look, I saw this team collapse at 8-3. I saw this team collapse to the number 1 seed at one point. Yeah, Chris Myers and Rich Evans back-to-back weeks. Not ideal. Wait for good rants. Go for 2. I'm fine just taking the points here early on. I'm fine taking the points. The extra point. Good. 14-6. Good start for UConn. They're moving the ball with ease. I feel like BC's putting a lot of effort. I don't know if they can throw the ball down the field with James at quarterback. UConn, they're moving it with ease. Moving it with complete ease. Paying them right where they left off from the 51-point outing against FIU last time. You should be happy so far. They look good. They look good. So, here's what I mean with the Jaguars. I don't think they want to fail. I think it's more like number 1 pick. I think it's more they just hated the generational prospect hype talking. And it's like, oh, he's not living up to that. So, like, they can't deal with him being just fine. I think it's more about society. You can't just deal with things being fine. I mean, you notice in today's society, you want things to either be really good or really bad. But fine is just, we don't know how to handle fine. In today's reactionary society, because you got to have a take about everything. You got to have a take about everything. I think people don't know how to react to just fine. How's it going, Kucher from Hangover Country? Let's go. Let's go. At least through 6 weeks. Yep, that is true, but they played some tough teams. But I look at the Jaguars and I look at, okay, we play the Titans twice, the Jets, the Raiders. Got to take 2 other games. If we're a good team, you beat all 4 of those teams. If we are good, if we're not, we won't win those games. But if we are good, we'll win those 4. Then you got to take 2 the rest of the way. For the rest of the season, you got to win 2. Like, you got to go 2-5 in the other 7 games, or whatever it is. Yeah, 2-5 in the other 7 games. Which should be doable. You people board mediocrity? Yep. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. Either way, regardless of what happens tomorrow, unless there's an injury, 4-3 at the bye. I don't think we're going to win tomorrow. 5-2, I would be through the roof. 4-3, again, never in a million years would I have said we'd be a 500 at the bye. Never in a million years. Jets and the Raiders. Yeah, I mean, the Raiders, week 1, they didn't look good that game. That was week 1. Week 1, you never know anything, week 1. Steelers fall apart in December. Depends on how Rodgers' body holds up. But Rodgers is playing pretty well right now. Depends on how his body holds up. You appreciate all you guys tuning in. BC, 2 drives, 2 field goals. UConn, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. That's the difference. I think that's the thing. Well, Duke in the line for a 29-yard field goal. And that kick, it's a bad snap. Oh boy, now he runs. Oh Jesus. Bad snap, and the snapper runs like 30 yards backwards. Oof. Yeah, Forrest right now. It's one of the things where I think the Conference League is kind of hurting the Premier League because you have these teams making European runs that are not, they don't have the depth to do Europe. They don't have the depth to make the European runs. Kickoff ends on touchback. You're seeing that with Forrest. It just hurts you in the end. Like, I didn't want Fulham to make Conference League last year. I was like, I'd be like, they did. I don't think we have the squad to do, and then we're going to get relegated. Which has to call games when they take over NFL media? Hopefully not, but I'm guessing yes. I'm going to guess yes. Especially because there's still going to be weeks where there's 3 games if they have to do it. Yeah, they fired him out minutes after the game ended. Yep, they had to. They have to. Oh, I agree, Sports Talk. I agree. They need to improve. Like I've said at the time, we're not playing our best football. I agree. McDonald, handoff gain of 2. Again, we've not seen Turbo, Richard, since the last drive where he got injured on the first play. I see your dark magic after the collapse. Yep. Sounds it's dicey because the injuries how teams play week to week. Although, the difference is that other teams have to play the Niners and the Chiefs. We already got them out of the way. We got them out of the way already. The Titans are not good this season. We can agree on that. The Jets are not good this season. 2nd and 9. Rares are not good this season. Again to McDonald. McDonald trucks a second guy to the 40 and brought down to 43. Gain of 16. The last drive, BC, every yard they got was either through a penalty or on the ground. They have not thrown the ball a lot today, nor have they really had to. Jags win tomorrow? I do not. No, I do not. We'll go live after the game tomorrow, but I'm expecting a loss. Turns out the top, one the bottom. QB draw here with James. And James to the 50. He'll get into plus territory just shy of the 6 to the 47-yard line. I have a lock of the week, Chiefs. Chiefs. They go quick to the line. Back to his right. One the top, two the bottom. Receiver in motion. Gonna hand it off to McDonald. McDonald gets the first to the 39-yard line. McDonald running hard again. BC is not a good running team this year. This is not a good running team. By any means. Boston College, 114 rushing yards today. Just 3.1 yards per carry on the season. Entering this one. QB draw, James to the 35-30, 25-20, and slides down to 17 in the red zone. Gain of 22. Every yard they've got in the last 2 drives has been on the ground. They have thrown for 0 yards the last 2 drives. That's about 130 straight yards acquired on the ground. Now they throw behind the line screen pass. That'll be a gain of 4. Reed Harris. The first time since the first drive. First time was about the 10-minute mark of the first quarter. They've gone a yard through the air. But the mill have to make it a field for all. We have a lot of bottom quarter teams, so which is good. Second down. Hand off McDonald. Play action. James going to keep himself. Fool the cameraman on that one. We'll get down to the 10. Will he get the first? He's going to be a yard shy. Taekwon King on the stop. Chiefs lose to the Raiders? I don't think Chiefs lose to the Raiders. But if they only win the easy games, they go 9-8. Yep. Oh, they are going to win the first step. First and goal. Give him the first. Change the spot. Play action. And stiff arm. James can't get by him. But they're going to get a flag on the tackle. And might get horse collar here. Might get a horse collar there on Aaron Key. Trying to bring James down to the ground. Touchdown on you? Oh boy. Yeah, so if you beat the Titans twice, the Raiders, the Jets, beat the Cardinals, split the Colts. That's 10. They actually take the penalty off the board. They wipe the flag off. That's a big wipe. Now instead of first and goal at the 2-yard line or thereabouts, it's going to be second goal at the 11. Yeah, where's Regina right now? It just got awful. So that's what I'm looking for the Jaguars. Like, tomorrow would be great to win. I would love to win. You know, one asterisk goal, yep. We're changing the game, one step at a time. Hand off up the middle, nothing doing. McDonald stopped at the 9-yard line, brings up 3rd and goal. 2 drives, 2 field goals so far for BC, hoping they don't go 3 for 3 here with that. Like, that's how we're looking for the Jaguars. Tomorrow you win that game, I think we're in a really good spot. I mean, we're in a good spot regardless of if we win or not, as long as we don't get an injury. Split the Colts, sweep the Titans, beat the Cardinals, Jets, Raiders. And if you take care of that, you got 10 wins, you're in. You still have a lot of games to go at that point. Yeah, can't flex Jags, Broncos. They sort of, I think they can. It's not unrealistic. They can do it. They can do it. 3rd and goal. Back to his right. They send 5. Looking back in the end zone. Open and caught. Touchdown. Grayson James. First pass since the first drive that he's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. It's a beauty. Finds his tight end open. Number 85, Chudzinski. He's been the go-to guy on 3rd down. We need a play. And BC has scored on all 3 drives so far. Plenty of time. No pressure there. They send 3 with 2 spies. And Chudzinski just gets in front of Pringle, and it's 14-12. On paper, this game gets a lot tougher. Or easier, I should say, for the Jaguars. On paper. Close enough travel? Yes, they are. Yeah. They're close enough to travel. That's not bad at all, actually. You can do it. Especially because the Chiefs' Christmas game, extra point is good. They'll go for 1. 14-13, 7.5 to go in the first. Especially because that game, the Christmas game, is at night. So you can go Sunday night, Thursday night. You can do that. It's not ideal, but you can do it. You could do it. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. 14:30. We got a good one here. We got a really good one here. To start off. It's somewhere between 90 and 120 minutes. Yeah, you can do it, especially because it's a night game. I think if it was a 12 o'clock game, different story. But the fact that it's a night game helps out a lot. If I'm Yukon, scored inside 2 minutes to go for 2, make a 9-point game, I'm fine taking the points in the first half. I think first half, take the points. But every drive so far has resulted in points. 5 drives this game, 5 points. Or 5 scoring drives, I should say. BC, 2 field goals and a touchdown. The problem for UConn right now, they cannot stop the run. And UConn did a good job stopping the run last game against FIU. Panthers at 3.6 yards per carry that game. Today has not been that at all. Boston College, not a good team running the ball, but you would never be able to tell by this game. 140 yards on the ground, 5.6 yards per carry. They've called 33 plays, 25 of them have been runs. 76% of the plays have been runs. Earliest game ever streamed? Earliest game ever streamed was the Cubs-Dodgers game. Unless you want to... The Cubs-Dodgers-Japan game. Unless you want to count, if that doesn't count, you're going to say that was like the same night? It has to be the D3 games. I did Presbyterian against Columbia College and then NJIT against Maine. That's got to be... Those are probably the earliest. I've also done... I did NFL. I did Chiefs Dolphins in Germany. I did that one. Jags Broncos doesn't seem like a Sunday game unless the matchup this week's absolutely sucks. Well, good news for you, Vaughn. The matchup that week is Dolphins Bengals. So it kind of sucks. Oh man, I have to pick one on that one. I can only pick one. I would say at least Anderson's talking about a team that is in the postseason. At least he's talking about a team in the playoffs. So I would say Yankees, Red Sox. But at the same time, too, you can ignore the studio crew. Just have to ignore play-by-play. The Olympics was also early. Olympics was very early. It'll be early this year, too. That's a great match. Yeah. Yeah, no, Dolphins-Bengals is going to get flexed. That's why we're thinking about potentially Jaguars-Broncos. That's why we're thinking about that. You like points? Yeah. You like points, it could be good. All right, the kickoff here, UConn. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. I'll start this drive at 25. Yeah, I've streamed some early games. College basketball, we're going to do some early games this year. I can tell you that much. Flag on the play. I get a flag on a touchback, but... Let's see. After the play was done, unsportsmanlike conduct on BC. How do you get called for taunting on a touchback? UConn ball at the 40. So move it out to the 40 on a touchback. Because BC decided to taunt. You let people know LA spends more? Again, it's not LA's fault. If I had that money, I'd spend it too. The problem with baseball right now is it seems like the Pirates. It's teams that are not spending. We're going to floor more than a cap. Yeah, late push. Standing over the guy. Trying to make out a jersey number on that. It looks like it ends in a 2. I'm trying to make out a jersey number on that, but... Ball will be at the 40-yard line as a result. Why use the excuse? Exactly. It's also funny, too, because the D-backs did not have a high payroll, and they beat the Dodgers in 23 in the NLDS. To the top, 1 the bottom, back to his left. Out route, caught by the tight end. Makes the man miss to the 40. 35-30. 25, and down at the 20-yard line. Holding on the grab, and after 1 play, they are in the red zone. What I miss? A lot of points. Also a 20 on a touchback. Man, the D-backs were hitting 6-4-10 double play. That's literally not possible. That's literally not possible. There's no such thing. The numbers stop at 9. Or that's just stupid. Yep. That one I'm fine with the taunting. That one I'm fine with taunting. Hitting guy after the play and then just standing over him after the play on a touchback. So gain of 40 on the run, and now they're in the red zone. Once again, Bell in motion. Jet sweep to Bell. Try to bounce outside. He will lose 2. He will lose 2 on that one. Nice tackle there by Isaiah Farris. Jack's minus 220 make the playoffs. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right with our schedule. I think if you beat the Rams, it goes up tremendously. I don't think losing to the Rams hurts. I don't think losing to the Rams hurts your chances. With tiebreakers and how far ahead you are already. But beating the Rams would basically take a collapse at that point. You give it $1 million. Yep. Pocket change rate, definitely. Definitely pocket change. They send 4. Fayano. Middle of the field. Batted away. He wasn't even looking for the ball. Was not even looking for the ball. Just stuck an arm out there instinctively. Went for Vereen in the back of the end zone. And it's broken up for Boston College. So an injured player for the Eagles. Jalen Blackwell on the break up the linebacker. Ty Houston. Yeah, we got a good slate right now. Pats play the Ravens at Dolphins Bengals that week. Could that be Sunday game? That could be. If they're like 500 at that point, it could be. Bucks Dolphins week 17, Chris Myers. Jacks on minus 150 for 9.5. I get it. Yeah, I think if you look at it like a beat the Jets, beat the Raiders, sweep the Titans, split the Colts, take the Cardinals. I mean, obviously, does it work out that way? Probably not. Like, the games are not played on paper, but yeah, it sounds all right. What's your favorite sporting event? Most fun? Oh, beating the Texans in 2017. That was fun. I would also say, yeah, beating the Texans 2017. The Dodgers D-backs game 3 of the NLDS 2 years ago was fun. They sent 5. Fayano. I might go with that, actually. Middle of the field, and that is broken up. For the first time today, BC gets a stop. Looking for Murphy. And they will have to kick the field goal here from 40 yards out. Yeah, watching them celebrate in the pool afterwards. I'd probably go with that, actually. I'd probably say Dodgers D-backs was the most fun I had at a sporting event. Game 3 of the NLDS. Tessie with 7% chance, 25. Go 25. Freeman, 40 yards. That kick is good. So 6 drives this game, 6 scores. UConn, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. BC, 2 field goals and a touchdown. 17-13, 6 minutes to go in the first half here. We got a fun one. We got a fun one in our hands. Again, if you like what you see, look, like button, subscribe. As Freeman, over 90% of the season, drills that one, 17-13. Trip roll to the offseason, that's why we need a floor, not a cap. Yep, I'm with you on that one. With you on that one. Worst non-Jaguars heartbreak? Man. Non-Jaguars are just not one of my teams. Arizona's, is Arizona landlocked? Oh, crap, let's get past that. Oh, good save. I think they're landlocked by a hair. By a hair, they're landlocked, I think. I think we're by a hair, we're landlocked. Yeah, no, we don't touch any of the Gulf. Yeah. We're right by the Gulf. We're right on the Gulf. Yeah. No, I knew California. I was thinking like Mexico. I was thinking like, is there a part of Mexico like the Gulf of California? I was thinking like, but the Gulf is awfully close, but it's not. It's a couple miles away. Real Diamondbacks out there? Oh, there's stakes out there. There are definitely stakes out there, yeah. If you go in the suburbs, there are stakes. Absolutely. Golf courses, there are stakes. Warstown Jags Heartbreak. I would say... Oh, man. I would say... Being at the Cardinals-Mets game in 06. Room for Pujols and the Cardinals, and blew a 7-1 lead and walk-off home run. That was pretty heartbreaking. That's probably the winner. First decided MVP low bat. Well, Alonso promised that he wants a 7-year deal. His game does not translate well for a 7-year deal. Well, right until let's call it today, yep. Worst CB team that was ranked in the top 25 before the start of the season. FSU last season. FSU last season is the easy winner. There are probably some that are just as bad, but FSU is the funniest. Who did for the Super Bowl? Eagles. Wasn't even close, actually. They've never won before. A lot of my friends from college were Eagle fans, and I did not like the Patriots for obvious reasons. And probably would call it dead if I rooted for the Patriots in that one, especially after they beat the Jaguars. I was watching the game with a bunch of Eagles fans. And I just did not want the Patriots to win. Kickoff, end zone, touchback, BC ball to 25. Six politicians, trick question. Nice. Penn State, the worst top 5 precinct team? FSU was in the top 5, right? Right, in a vacuum, yes. In a vacuum, that would make sense. Right, instead, they're going to just slash payroll even more, which I hate it. I hate it. Yeah, that's why I know with, like, the D-backs, it's like Kendrick, like, it could always be worse. That's why I'm grateful Kendrick's our owner, because it's like, okay, is he the best? No. Does he spend the most money? No, but at least he spends. KC winning AFC Championship last year? Yeah, I won KC 1,000 times less. I get that. But Clemson at least was, I mean, they made the playoff last year. I mean, they were fine. Hannah McDonald, he'll get 10. And they cannot stop the run right now. They cannot stop the run. If you look at this Boston College team, they have not been good on the ground this year. They're literally 131st in rushing yards per game. They're the worst team in the Power 4. First down, Hannah McDonald. That'll get 2, down to the 37. Again, they enter this game averaging 85 yards per game on the ground. Pats versus Eagles? No, I was rooting for the NFC team no matter what. Second 8. Another handoff. McDonald. This time nothing. Called a gain of 1. 3rd and 7 at the 38. And the only team is worse this season on the ground in terms of yards per game. McDonald's slow to get up, though. Again, they lost Turbo Richard earlier in the day. McDonald shaking it off. He looks okay, but he's limping a little bit. And he'll come to the sideline. MTSU, New Mexico State, UMass. The only team's worse than Boston College in the Power 4. 85 rushing yards per game. McDonald's got 90 already. And that is not counting the runs by Turbo Richard on the first drive. McDonald just came in on the second drive. McDonald has only played 3 drives so far. 3rd and 7. James stepping up. He'll get sacked. That's the first time today either side's punting. Grayson James goes down. And the Huskies force not a 3-and-out, but awfully close to one. On the sack there by Amir Renwick. 4th and 11. Gamana with the 5. Appreciate you, man. I wish MLB had a midseason strike to begin at midnight on June 13th, 2025. So you could just pretend the Mets never collapsed. I get it. They stay in first. You can always wonder what if. Expo style. I get it. Punt return to the 29-yard line. I get it. So finally, number 1, let's go. Let's go. I love the competitiveness. Yep, that's going to help a lot. That is going to help a lot with that. That is going to help a lot. I get it. I completely get it. I like that fire. Like that fire. Sunburst, for example, good team making themselves better. Yep. Oh, yeah, no, the D-backs at least spend money. Do they spend it well? Not a lot of time, but Shelly Miller was the leader in saves. Yes, they had 50. So here's the fun one. They had I think they had 16 different guys make a save this season. In the flat play action, that ball's caught behind the line, makes one man miss, and then brought down at the 34, gain of 5 on that one. The D-backs had 11 or 16 different guys make a save this year. Everyone got hurt. Vereen on the grab. Like, it was actually crazy how banged up the D-backs were. Donate enough for a game is like going to be another gimmick call? Yes. Yes. It's 17 guys. Even worse. Yep. Have I wished neither team could win? What games in my life have I wished neither team could win? Any AFC South game, then I'm on the Jaguars. Last year, Chiefs Eagles. 2 at the top, 1 the bomb, back to his right. Fayano. First 3 not there. Buying time. Now going to step off and run. Juke move. Plants his foot on the ground and gets the first down at the 42-yard line. Taken out of bounds by Omar Thornton. But nice job there, sticking a foot on the ground, making a linebacker miss. Gets 8 and a first. We'll see how they want to play this. They get the ball second half. Chance to double dip here. Will they take it to the end of the 2-minute timeout? They have all their timeouts. Like, D-backs just couldn't stay healthy. There are some flaws. I don't like the way Torre Lavello manages, but this team just snake-bitten with injuries. Like, if you had, like, really, if that team is healthy, Corbin Burns is your ace, and then you have Shelly Miller as your setup man for an AJ Puck. I mean, if you have Miller, Puck, Martinez, your 7-8-9, I mean, that's great. Hit as he throws on the run, and that is going to hit the ground. I don't like that they called a play right away. I would take it down to the 2-minute timeout. LSU can't lose against Vanity Fact or Fiction. I mean, it's you in terms of playoff chances. Yeah, that ball on the ground. No, they're still fine. 2 losses, you're still okay in the SEC. You're still okay if you lose. You're still okay. Wish the NHL went on strike June 15, 1994. The Rangers just 3 at the top, 1 the bomb, back to his left. I wish we went on strike before the Bengals game on Monday Night Football in 23. Timeout called. Once they're going to review this play, hit the ground. Yes, sneaky good Burns, Kelly Nelson. Yep, come on for 6-6 starts. And then Gallen the second half of the season was good. Gallen the second half of the season was really good. So, like, I don't know what's going to happen this offseason because I'm assuming we're going to lose Gallen. I'm assuming we're not going to be able to afford Gallen. We're giving the qualifying offer. I don't think we're going to be able to afford to keep him. Yeah, I wish they went on strike too. Yep, that day. You know, we're going to review, see if there was a catch. I don't think it was. I think that ball off the ground. Yeah, he was a top for a few years. Yeah. I had him win a Cy Young in 23. The first half of the season, he was phenomenal. The first half of 23, he was incredible. Yeah, there should be a quick review. Calls up healthy, I was going to say. Don't have a chance to get a pull-up. Second half of the season looked pretty sharp this year. Get Burns healthy, go from there. Yep. At least I can play in 26. That's why like I'm frustrated about baseball right now, because Burns and Martinez will not be healthy till 27 in all likelihood. And, oh yeah, there's going to be a whole lockout thing. There's going to be a whole lockout thing at 27. So, right as we get healthy, have a chance to be really good again. A lockout's going to happen. 3 at the top, 1 the bomb, back to his left. I'll save money, though, at least. I'll save a lot of money. They said 4. Fayano, pressured, has to escape the sack, flushed out, and he'll just throw that ball away. Brings up 3rd and 10 at the 2-minute timeout. We'll do a halftime raid when the time comes. Mike Evans for 3 years? Yep. F is right. The real mistake that was made was that we had the option to sign either Montgomery or Snell in 24, and we signed Montgomery. That was the real oof moment. That was the real oof moment. Yeah, contract's already bust, yep. But he was pitching his butt off. Like this is more like, oh, it just sucks. But he was pitching his butt off. So, I can't hate the contract. I wanted him so badly. I wanted Burns so badly. When my friend texted me, like, I have an inside source, and he does have a source. My friend, like, knows the son of Kendrick. He texts me, like, you can't say anything, but we're going to get a big signing. I'm like who? He's like, we got a big one. Let's still go to the Dodgers. Yeah. Well, we didn't let him go because the Giants let him go. Don't blame us for that. The Giants let him go. Florida can't be fine compromise. That means owners lose out a few million. Yep. Oh, poor owners. What's someone think of the owners? We didn't let him go to the Dodgers. We didn't let him go. The Giants did. Blame the Giants on that one. Don't blame us. The Giants signed Snell. We signed Montgomery. And then the Giants let Snell go. Because we signed Burns after that. We weren't going to be able to get both. I mean, no one's doing this game, so we're going to figure out someone else to raid, which I'm not surprised by. So we'll do a different raider. All right, Stanford offers big contracts, catching a long-term player. Yep. The Giants let Snell go. That's the problem. That was the yeah, don't blame us. We're trying to spend money. That World Series run told Kendrick, hey, wait, attendance actually increases and you get more money if you spend money. Like, attendance has gone up the last 2 years because Kendrick's put money into the team because he realizes, oh, if I spend money, people will spend money. And it's crazy how no one seems to know that. Castellan, Judge, maybe Otani, yep. Well, they got Judge. The Giants got Judge. They got Arson Judge. I figured who we're going to raid. If you mean Aaron Judge, yeah, that would have been nice. For them, not for me. I would have hated playing Aaron Judge 14 times a year. I already deal with Otani 14 times a year. Might as well watch this game. It's Louisville next morning, Boston College. Ooh. Yeah, Louisville right now, they're going to go top 25 after that game. BC, this game is a bit deceiving. They're not a good running team this year. They're the 4th worst rushing team in football this year. But for whatever reason, they're just running down UConn's throats right now. Most heartbreaking loss in Astros history, LDS Game 4, 3 at the time on the bomb. No, I would say most heartbreaking. They sent 5. Fayano, flag for holding. So this will be declined, obviously, as Fayano gets sacked. Bring up 4th and 10. Double their game's 27 bonus rating. 3. Plus 100 on the Los Angeles Otanis. Yep. Well, they got to get that deferred money somewhere. That's probably why it was deferred money. Yeah, 13 times here, yep. Game 686. I would also say, Pujols hitting the home run. The Pujols shot is also probably up there. How are they 4-2? I mean, they got a solid offense. They have already UConn? I don't know about that. The Pujols home run might be the most heartbreaking. Holding on the offense. Penalties declined. Holding on the offense again. There's 2 holdings. Doesn't matter. I'll put it away. What's I saying? Yep. Could go to the game against the Rangers to lose the ALCS. They did win the Pujols home run. They did. But I mean, can you imagine just down to your final strike, down to your final out, and Pujols just does that? Just a 500-foot moonshot. I mean, that was insane. At the time, before they won the series, before they ended up winning the series, I mean, can you imagine that? Just a 500-foot moonshot. I've never seen a ball hit that far. Punt fielded, not a lot of hang time on the 16-yard line. Mixed and miss for the 20, 25, 30, 35, and down to the 37. So just 5 yards of net on that punt. Last time at the lockout, yeah, I said 3. I said 3 on that one. So BC, good field position here. At the 37, their own 37. What show was worse, 2019 St. Louis or 2025 Milwaukee? I mean, I think Milwaukee was worse. I think Milwaukee was a worse showing. Where's the here we go again moment? Yep. Right, where's the here we go again field after that homer. And then they got the monkey off their back. And then Pope Leo had other ideas in the World Series. I mean, the Brewers are like 10 hits all series. The Brewers had no offense to speak of. that series. And they laid an egg. Screen pass that's caught behind the line to the 40 and brought down to 42. Called a gain of 3 for Dawson Powell. I thought it was brought down to 42, but I got a couple extra after that. Yeah, Milwaukee was the one team that used the flag, yeah. They got a couple extra after that. It was a game 7 2018. Hurts, yeah, that definitely hurts. 2nd and 2. Middle of the field, caught at the 38-yard line. 2 plays, and they're in field goal range. Jeremiah Franklin, the senior tight end. His first of the day. Versus one of the Brewers. Yeah, I want it to be a series at least. I didn't think they were going to win the series, but I just want it to be close. They send 4. Out route, low throw, but caught. And down to the 31-yard line. Goes Lewis Bond. They're really going to have to throw for the first time this game consistently. And BC will take the first time out. Tulane 3, Army nothing. Ooh. Low scoring affair. I put on Twitter yesterday, the Brewers should play the Carolina Hurricanes in a conference final series in any sport. I don't know what sport. Pick a sport. I don't care what sport it is. But just tell them it's a conference finals. Brewers against Hurricanes. Just see what the heck happens. I honestly don't know what would happen. I don't know. Do the Titans deserve MVP? I mean, after that performance, I can't really hate him. The Rockies Brewers, yeah. It's not the worst performance ever. Nope. Yeah, I can't believe there was a time like when I was in college, the Rockies were in the playoffs consistently. How they've fallen off. I mean, Ohtani... I mean, to be fair, Ohtani had, like, the greatest performance by any player in the history of baseball. I'm okay giving him MVP. They send 6. Don't even give him a starting pitcher MVP for something he's done. Incomplete, going deep down the field. Pringle on the coverage. Reed Harris can't make the diving grab. Brings up 3rd and 4. Like, it's no different than giving a starting pitcher who just played lights out, like Yamamoto. Why do I hate the Rockies? I enjoyed listening to Smooth. That was pretty well spent. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I did Summer 69. Also, I'm going to post 7 Nation Army today. The audio's not great, but... Yes, I have not. I hate their owner. I hate they don't spend. I have nothing against the Rockies. I just want to, like... I mean, they're just a seller team. How can you hate the Rockies? There's nothing to hate on them. Some movement beforehand, false start, back them up. Mitch Rollins, West State's wild card? Okay, well, we won that game. Archie Bradley triple. We won that game. I won't say they're a rival. Yeah, they did beat us in 07, yes. I was not a fan in 07, though. I was not a fan in 07. I didn't live in Arizona back then. Well, the Rockies are free wins, yeah. Best looking division in terms of uniforms and logos. Ooh. Ooh, man. Best looking one. I mean, the NL Central's a classic. NL is a good pick. 3rd and 9, they're going to hand the ball off here, and you figure UConn's going to take a timeout with 47, and Mora will take his first timeout. Yeah, that that false start really set him back. Because now, sets out a short down, it's a long field goal. That's down to 7 Cardinals. I was Cardinals. I love Pujols. I love watching Pujols play. NL, AL, I mean, those are good picks. Those are really good picks. NL Central, the MB logo is great. The Cubs logo is a classic. Cardinals logo is a classic. I think I'm going to go Central on that one. NL Central. AL West is a good pick. I mean, you can't really go wrong. Touchdown Duke, by the way. We're going to be all tied up in that one at the half. NL West will probably be number 2. The grind is realistic, but no. Not really. Not really. Grind don't stop. Grind don't stop. The grind does not stop. All right, again, UConn called timeout. They're going to go for it. No wonder I think Pujols should be a first-ballot Hall of Famer. BC calls the timeout. That's their 2nd. Yeah, that was probably number 2 for me. I mean, even if I wasn't a Cardinals fan back then, Pujols would be a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Favorite unit of all time in any sport. Oh, any sport. I mean, the pinstripes for the Yankees are iconic, but I would say, I mean, I like the Rams look of the 80s. The Rams look of the 80s is great. Best looking division in the NFL. AFC West, yeah. The Chargers always hit the Broncos, Unis, the Chiefs, Raiders, yeah. I'd probably go with the AFC West. Football cards, I do not know. Back in the day I did, but not anymore. Maybe I really spent helmets and jerseys. Helmets and jerseys. I do jerseys. Pools is absolute. I mean, we have a $40 bet. I'll raise the bet if you want. They're going to go for on 4th and 5. McDonald in the backfield. Back to his left. James takes it. They send 4. Hitch route. Caught. First down. BC goes for it, and it pays off. Down to the 25. 41 seconds. Sebangos for hands, and Hernandez didn't get in. Okay, but Pools has 700 home runs. Ugliest division? Oh, it's the South. No, it's the AFC South. The Jaguars right now are bland. The Titans usually suck. False start. Back it up. Right, it's the same 4 teams. Yep. Now, the ugliest division is the AFC South. If you want to... I mean, we have a $40 bet on it already. We do have a $40 bet. I'll raise the bet if you want. Whatever you want, come on, name your price. We got $40 in it already. We got 40 on it already. Name your price if you want to raise it on first ballot. Name your price. There is no universe where Pulse is not first ballot. There is no universe. The only question is unanimous because people are dumb. Well, Jags with the Prowlers look good. 45? All right, we'll go 45. We'll go 45 on that. All right. Jaguars are bland. I don't like the Jaguars. Now, if they go to the Prowlers, that changes the equation. If they go to the throwbacks, that changes things. But the white ones just look like the Raiders. Just like the Raiders. And BC, it would be a 10-second runoff because of a moving clock, so they have to burn their final timeout. Doesn't know what a homegrown Hall of Famer looks like. NFC South is also a mess. Bearwith only got 76%. Yeah, voters are stupid sometimes. Voters are stupid. Right, never hit 15 a season, which is crazy to me. Crazy. 1st and 15. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Jeff McNeil's going to be a Hall of Famer, though. Jeff McNeil's going to be a Hall of Famer, so we get a homegrown guy there. Back to his right. Takes it, they send 4. James. Step it out, flag on the play for holding. This one's coming back. It's a first down, but it's not going to count. Call it for holding. Back it up to the 40, 1st and 25. Like simplicity? Yeah, compared to what we had before. I mean, they're not the worst. They could be a lot worse. It could be like the Falcons Gradients. Best color combo? Oh, there's something iconic about Steelers Cowboys. There's something iconic about Steelers Cowboys. So we have an injured player. Smiley is down. Ben Smiley for UConn is down. Jet McFeeble? Yep. I was kidding about that. He's not making the Hall of Fame. I was kidding about McFeeble. I was kidding about that. But Smiley's down for UConn. 1st and 25. Yeah, best color combo. I mean, Steelers Cowboys is a classic. Look, Steelers Packers, another one. I'm with you there, Cujo. I'm actually with you on that one. I do not like those unis. The two-tone helmets, too much going on. I like the 09 to 12 jerseys very, very much compared to those. Yeah, McNeil's... I was kidding about McNeil. Pools, though. There's no way he doesn't make the Hall of Fame. He'll get at least 95%. Pools will get at least 95% of the vote. At least. And the man injured was Smiley. He was getting held. Took a tumble there as he grabbed inside the collar. The left tackle did Pape, number 75. Well, if you want to talk homegrown... Matt Harvey. Matt Harvey could have been. DeGrom's got a shot. Going deep on 1st and 25 on the post, and it's caught. What a throw on 1st and 25 into the end zone. James to Reed Harris and BC in front. 19-17. With the extra point pending. BC has scored on every drive. Back-to-back touchdown drives, and we got a ball game here. Grayson James Had 1 touchdown running today. He's got 2 today. And the extra point is good. 21 seconds. UConn 2 timeouts. They get the ball to start the half. UConn has not gotten stops today. His extra point doesn't miss. $23 circuit. It did not miss. The extra point did not miss. The extra point did not miss. It was right down the middle. 20-17 your score. Yep, the extra point did not miss. Right down the pipe. And there it is. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, as always. Yeah, Nimmo, the injuries, it was not good. Did Georgia Tech at the half? Well, did he get out of bounds is the question. Did he get out of bounds in time? When does the foot come out? Yeah, no, he's not out of bounds in time. He's not out of bounds in time. That'll be the half. Excuse me, XP lead. All good. I like it. I like the competitiveness. I like the competitiveness. Will someone take him on, or is Kamana just going to run away with first? We'll find out. He's going to fill the goal line, taken out to the 5, 10, 15. Bouncing outside, now coming back into the 20, trying to find some space to the 25. Down to the 27. 13 seconds left. 12 seconds now, actually. We'll see if UConn takes it into the half here. It's a 3-point game. Touchdown Washington, oh boy. We'll see how UConn plays. It's going to be BC, no timeouts. UConn with 2. They'll take an A. They will take an A and go into the half. So Boston College, 5 straight losses against FBS opponents. They take a 3-point lead going into the half. UConn ball when we get back. See if we Redstone can try. I found a guy we're going to do. We'll probably do Redstone at some point. I found this guy. His name is Mr. Douglas. He's doing the LSU Vandy game. So we'll rate him. I'll see you guys in 18 for the start of the second half. 2017 your score at the halftime break. See you guys in just a little bit. All right, guys, and with that in mind, appreciate you tuning in. We're going to start the second half in just a little bit between UConn and BC. We got a good one here. It's been a good day of college football so far. Washington, Michigan tied at the half. Georgia Tech, Duke tied at the half. Vandy, LSU, a close game right now. And this game also very, very good. 20-17 your score. Boston College, the worst team in the Power 4 in terms of running the football. You will not be able to tell based on this day, though. As so far, Boston College, that first half, 152 yards of offense. How's it going, JFK? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate all you guys being here for the stream. Again, my name is JJ. If you've never been to one of these streams, how it works, fire on the chat with any questions you might have. We'll do live play and color commentary on the game. Horse is a horse course. Yes, Mr. Red, baby. That was good with Sister Sledge. Let's hear it. That was good with Sister Sledge. That was good. That was really good. The song half off is My Sharona. I should know the song half off is My Sharona. The Ravens are on bye this week. Ravens are on bye, but how's it going, Jacob? Tune in. Nice. 2017 your score. UConn took a knee at the end of the half. They get the ball to start. NBC, yes. Yes, I saw that. I saw that they are... they at least put out a message saying they got some audio issues. I'm not sure what the issue is there, but they got some stuff. It's 1-0 Arsenal in that one right now, off a corner kick, so this is just sludge. I don't think Fulham wins this one. I mean, yeah, they're working toward a fix, but it's been like 20 minutes with this issue. It's been the entire second half. How's it going, Mike? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being here. Kickoff, end zone, touchback. UConn ball to 25. They scored 2 touchdowns their first 2 drives. Not gonna go in since. See if Fayano can do here. He's got 176 yards passing in that first half. What games do I have on? I've got Washington, Michigan. I got this game on. Obviously, I got Georgia Tech, Duke, Fulham, Arsenal, and I've got the LSU Vandy game. Only one earned a 2 ward, only 1 through 115 innings. Jeez. So they're well rested for the playoffs. So, yep, they just got fixed. Just got fixed. They took the message off the board. Thank God. 19 to no against 2015. That makes sense. That makes sense. Towards the top, one, the bottom. I'm going to guess the Florida game's got to be up there. Both Florida games. 15 and 17. Screen pass. I'll get 2 for Bell. Packers have 2 buys this year. 2nd and 8. Back to his right. 3 at the bottom. Contracts opening week, November 3rd. November 3rd is the opening week. That tight end goes up top. That's Lewis Hansen. Fayano takes it. They send 4 slant pass. That's caught. But brought down immediately at the 32-yard line by Davis. Skylar Bell makes the grab, but it's going to be 3rd and about 2. Upset alert. Boise and Notre Dame. I mean, yeah, Boise and Notre Dame, yep. 22 South Carolina, number 2 the Georgia game, yep. Play cards on a bye week this way. No, they played close. They played close. The Cardinals is not a bye week. Cardinals are not a bye week. A lot of their games have been down to the wire. It's not been blowouts. Back to his right. They're favored in that one, but yeah, it's not a bye week. Fayano, slant pass. That's caught. Back-to-back slants, and it goes for a first down. Shamar Porter. Gain of 9. Just one of those 3 appear in the NLCS. Jeez. We'll decide what games we do for college basketball. We'll decide that later on. The thing is that next week, basically, we have a predicament. And that's why we're doing it like this for today. You Coker's activated, thank God. One at the top of the screen. And they got the might to do it. They can defer it, or they can deal with guys being out for a little bit because they know the end game. Toss play here goes to Edwards, sent to the 49. So basically, the times are not announced for next week for the college football games. They might be saying, well, they never announce. It's not a problem, usually. Well, we do a Friday you make the call, but the problem is that we're not doing a Friday you make the call because we're doing the World Series. 2nd and 4, stretch play, first down. It's Edwards once again into plus territory, the 43. Card stretch Kobe. Depends how he looks, but he looked better than Kyler Murray has all season. Focus both on the list, yep. I get you. I completely get it. Believe me, the feeling is mutual. The feeling is mutual. It's a Florida fan. Feeling is mutual. No, that's definitely not where the strike happened. That's just a coincidence. How's it going, Zippy? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate being here in the pistol here, to the top. How was the Seahawks Mariners fiasco? It was chaotic. A lot of traffic. People were walking wall to wall, basically. Play action. Fayano has time. Going deep. Wide open. Coverage bust. Touchdown. They get him on play action. UConn scores on their opening drive. Is John Nider. His first touchdown of the season. Had none entering today. Second passing touchdown for UConn today of over 40 yards. And it's 23-20. I think it's up after this year. I think there's an out after this year. Already? Yep. Already. 23-20. As the extra point is good. UConn on their opening drive. Right down the field. Any sports conspiracies I actually believe. USA Soviet Union was rigged. 1972, that was rigged. I believe that 100%. I believe USA Soviet Union basketball 72 was rigged. I also believe the cold envelope theory. I believe the cold envelope with the lottery with Patrick Ewing. Fire again, get rid of Kyrie surface stretch. I'm with you there. I'm with you there. But I believe cold. I believe the cold envelope. And when chance people say, yeah, why not? Why not? 24-20. I think that one's legit. So the two ones I really believe are USA Soviet Union was rigged in 72 and cold envelope. The Expos one I don't agree with. No, the Expos one's insane. The Expos one, there's no way. You do realize, like the idea that, okay, the ratings would go down if the Expos won the World Series or made it to the playoffs, whatnot. But you know what hurts the ratings worse? Well, that was literally rigged. That literally, Donaghy literally got arrested for that. Like, that was literally rigged. That's not a conspiracy. That literally happened. LSU or Vandy? I got Vandy right now. I had LSU at the start, but right now I'm going Vandy. Skip versus Duke? Yep. I don't blame you. You have resets do not work. Nope. You're right on that. You know, Kings Lakers was actually rigged. I mean, there was a whole court case on it. Jackson's won 94. 94. I don't agree with that. So the idea to combat potentially declining ratings in 94 is just cancel the season, have no ratings, and destroy a whole generation of baseball fans. And lose all that revenue. It makes no sense. And potentially lose your antitrust exemption. Like, that doesn't add up. That does not add up at all. I appreciate all you guys being here for this one. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. It does have a sound on here. So we try and grow this community even more. 24-20 or score. We live for Ole Miss, Georgia after this. Asterisk 6 to it. I mean, they were the ones that tried to rig it. It was Donaghy who did it. Right, no, nothing would have changed. Yes. Seelig said that. Seelig said, like, I asked him straight up, like, if 94 to have the Expos won it, do you think they're still Montreal? He said no. He said no. That situation's been, maybe it's sped the matter up a little bit, but that situation's been bad for a while. So I believe that if they win in 94, they're not in Montreal anymore. Americans say, wait, nobody can? Then why do you have teams in Canada? It should be at least acknowledged. I'm with you there. I'm with you there. Speaking of Brissett, he's going to start again. Murray questionable. Brissett going to play. The Soviet one was rigged. The Soviet one's 100% rigged. Like, there's no universe. Was Buggy got? Yes. Very, very nice. Kickoff. Fair caught. 25. Yeah, that was your save. Yep. Probably you weren't going to get a new team because you went in the red trying to host the Olympics because that was a train wreck. Well, Lakers-Kings was rigged. Yes, Lakers-Kings literally was a court case about it. Expos was not. At all. Soviet Union was rigged. Lakers we know was rigged. Lotteries have been rigged? No, but the system's messed up. James keeps himself up the middle to the 30, and he'll be brought down right around the 34, gain of 9. Because simply so, yeah, but this was literally a guy went to court. This is literally like he got arrested for it. Buy, rent, sell, Switchfoot songs. Ooh. Gonna buy Dare You to Move. I'm gonna rent Adding to the Noise and sell Meant to Live. Head over the middle. First down McDonald to the 45. Again, BC, the worst team in the Power 4 in running. That was rigged by the players, not by the umpires. That's a little bit different. A9 messed up the Expos. They made a huge trade for Langston when they missed the playoffs, original side sell team. Yeah, that hurt a lot. McDonald, he'll get 3 on that run. Second 7. There's no asterisks next to the Black Sox series in terms of the Reds winning because the Reds were not they had no say in that. It was rigged by the players, not by the umps. Second, 7-2 at the top, 1 the bottom. In the pistol here. James sends his man in motion. Hands it off up the middle to McDonald. McDonald will get another 3 down to the 49, maybe the 48-yard line, taken down by Damon Brinson. It's possible it was rigged. It's possible, right? It's not definitive, but it's theoretically possible. Theoretically possible, but nothing's come out. Buy, sell, rent. Ooh, okay. Sell Meet Virginia. Buy Drops to Jupiter. Rent Hey Soul Sister. I'm more than okay with that. All great songs, but 2 at the top, 1 the bottom, back to his right. 3rd and 4. Yeah, 6 by Packers. Yeah, that was... Even Chandler thought that was a missed field goal. Slam pass from the field, incomplete. Looking for Dawson Powell, and we'll see if they go for it here. There was some friendly fire with 2 Yukon safeties, and... Well, that's not good. Malachi McLean is down. As is Cam Chadwick. 2 injured Yukon players colliding with each other. Yeah, I think we're at Indians Rockies, yep. White Sox struck as a mayor, Sinaloa, Chicago Bear demanding it, or Chicago gets surveyed by Indiana. Wait, what? What? You guys waiting for the Florida game? Yeah, that was an insane play. Right, funny conspiracy, yeah. White Sox Reds eventually made the World Series sponsored by DraftKings. Oh, yeah. We're getting to that point at some point. Wait. My caller's supposed to field goal, yeah. It was close. That one's close. That one you need higher uprights. Chandler easily missing 65. 10-7 Duke. Wait, so you think, despite the Ken Burns documentary, despite all the evidence, that you think the White Sox intentionally threw it because Cincinnati threatened Chicago that the state of Ohio would invade Indiana if the Reds won the White Sox won the World Series that year? Do you ever see Navy? No. You ever some pushed? That wasn't push. Yes, that wasn't push. How mad were they in 22? Not very. You know, honestly, not very. 100 game, yes. The 100 game happened, yes. 100 game happened. 100 game happened. Definitely happened. Yes, the 100 game happened. But they weren't that mad. I mean, they went to the game, so they were just grateful to be there. I think it helps when you win one before. It's like, man, that was like a great game, and like, yeah, it sucks we lost. But they also had they also had a cool down period. Like, I didn't watch it with them. They were at the game. They were at the Super Bowl. They came back to my place afterwards, like 3 hours after the game was done. Because they had to get out, and they got food on the way back, and then took the bus back. So that was they had a cool down period at that point. So I don't know, during the game they probably were pretty bad, but the fact that they were there, yeah. Yeah, again, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Had Saints, yeah, maybe it was that ref I tried to expose. Yeah, Pad Saints was, oof. Pad Saints was rough. Georgia Auburn was rough last week, too. Georgia Auburn was rough last week. That was rough. Georgia Auburn was a train wreck. All right, so after the friendly fire, the injury there, 4-4, they're going to punt the ball. How do you get the tickets? I didn't buy them. That would make no sense for me to buy them and then not use them. That would have cost like thousands of dollars. That would cost tens of thousands of dollars. Like, I love my friends. I don't love them that much. Don't love them that much that I would pay probably like $50,000 to have the two of them go to the game. Punt is a good one. Fielded at the 2-yard line. Down there, 47 yards of net on that one. Great job there by Seamus Florio. He's still reffing? He's still reffing, yep. So basically, long story short with why I didn't want to go and how I got the tickets. The Super Bowl experience is a thing that happens at every city. Big Fred, yeah. So how I got the tickets was they were doing a trivia contest. And I saw trivia. I'm like, yeah, we're doing this. It was the Super Bowl experience, so they set up everything, and I had to go because it was in Arizona. And it was like $10 to get in. And they were doing a trivia competition. All I had to do was get the questions right. You get 3 right in the fastest amount of time. You win either autographed merch or Super Bowl tickets. First prize gets Super Bowl tickets. Second prize gets like autographed stuff and whatnot. Head over the middle, and they'll get some breathing room. Down to the 13 goes Cam Edwards. Got a touchdown the last drive and a good start here, gain of 11. So they did trivia. I saw people getting questions that were so easy wrong. I saw them doing like in no time at all. I'm like, okay, we're going to do this. And I basically got like the 8 fastest times the first day. Won tickets. And then I was like, oh crap, what the heck am I going to do with the tickets? I can't sell them. You're not allowed to sell them. If I could have sold them, I would have. If I could have sold them, I would, but you weren't allowed to sell them. Because it was through the NFL app. Screen pass to Bell. Bell, the 15-20, breaks a tackle and brought down at the 22-yard line, gain of 9. Which New York team beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Well, there were questions like, it was like everything was 1 through 12. So every question was like, it was a Subway trivia thing. So everything was 1 through 12 because of the 12 different sandwiches that Subway had. So every answer was a number. And it was in the same spot. So if you knew the question, you knew the answer right away, you knew where the number was going to be. So you just tap the number. I'm going to get to that in a second. 3 at the top of the screen, back to his left. Villano hands it off to the side. Edwards, he'll get the first for the second time this drive to the 25. So, like, the questions were like, Tom Brady won 6 Super Bowls for the Patriots. His jersey number during those games was this. Oh, man. Buy, countdown, rent, slang, sell, cash, share, cat. How to make sure they're not trying to look up. I mean, you can, but it's about time, the fastest time. You can look it up. Be dumb to, because you're not going to get it in time. Villano, pump fake, and then throws it out of bounds incomplete. Start bench cut. Free crochet Scooble. I'm starting Scooble. I'm going to, yeah, always the number between 1 and 12. Yes, always the number between 1 and 12. Bench, crochet, cut freed. It's like you could look it up, but it would take you 10 seconds to look it up, and time's the big thing, because you have to get in the fastest time. You have to get all 3 right in the fastest time. So if you look it up, you take like 10 seconds to do it, and your time's going to get beat pretty easily. Especially because I was doing it in like 0.6 seconds. Screen pass, let's call first down to 38, because I knew the answers right away. Yeah, we got good tickets. Yeah, it was like 100 level. 100 level corner of the end zone. They were good seats. They were very nice seats. But basically, the questions, some of them were very hard. Some of them, no one knows. I don't know why they did some of the questions the way they did. Yeah, you got something good right now. Like, some of them were like, this is the number of rushing yards that the Falcons outgained the Patriots by at Super Bowl 51. Like, who knows that? You'll have the answer 1 round? Yep. Oh, God. But some of them were just blatantly obvious. Like, this was the Super Bowl number the Jets won. The Jets have won 1 Super Bowl. It was this. I'm like, come on. Hand off to the side. Edwards to the 40 and out of bounds to the 44. Tiptoe on the sideline for a gain of about 7. Then some jawing after the play. KP Price. They'll get a flag. Save it for the tone afterwards. Yeah, I'm starting Scooble. Yes, I'm benching crochet on that one. I'm going to cut free. But that's tough. I'm going to back it up for holding. Ty Chan going to get called for holding, so back it up. First, nope. They actually redo the down. Okay, they redo the down. Ball the 44. We're here at all players' favorite. Well, it's not like that because it has to be a number. Yeah, now they do. Okay, now they changed the bug. Yeah, it is holding. It is holding. Okay, first and 20. Like, some of the questions were just ridiculous. Some of them were wrong, too. Some of them were like, literally wrong questions, which is, like, really funny. But, how many yards of football field? Yep. But some of them were blatantly obvious. It was a lot of luck of the draw, and you could play 30 times in one day. Checks it down to his back. That's caught the 34. They'll get some of that yardage back. Edwards, gain of about 6. Right, it's not because of 113. Nope. And Edwards is in some pain. He's slow to get up. He's still not up. So we'll take a injury stoppage here. So some of the questions were like joke questions. Remember how easy they were? And if you got good luck of the draw, you were good. Also, the other thing too is that you could watch the trivia. Like, they repeat questions. So you could watch. And like I just watched and whatnot. I just watched. Right, it's 120 if you count the end zones, yep. So I just, like, camped out there. No, that was a different thing. That was different. That was at the NFL draft in Nashville. That was, you typed in a... Yeah, the NFL draft one was Scott Hansen asked a question, and you typed it on Twitter and tagged him, and the first person to get it right was the one that got the ball. Touchdown LSU. How much money I can make today? An over-under? Already at 34? Ooh, I'm going to go 100. Let's go 100. So Edwards getting shoulder tended to. Hopefully he's okay. 2nd and 14. Let's go 100 on that one. So basically, I won the tickets. And then I was like, oh crap, I don't really want to go to the game. Second read, not there. Fayano going to try and take off. He'll get sacked. Loss of 1. Back at the 33. Taken down by Sedarius McConnell. Because I already sent out invitations for a Super Bowl party. I already bought all the stuff for the party. Also, I don't want to go to the game if it's not my team. Back to the original spot? No. No. I would not want that. So I didn't want to let my friends down. I didn't want to go to a game that my team wasn't playing in. And also be like, I still have to pay for parking. I still have to pay for the parking. I won't get that for free. But I would have to pay for the parking and everything. And on top of that, 3rd and 15, because there's no public transit to the stadium. Middle of the field, that's caught, and now a decision time. They get 14 on the pass over the middle to Vereen. Do you go for it here or leave the offense on? To go Vikings Rams? That's a lot different than the Super Bowl. It's a lot different than the Super Bowl. Like, I'm fine when games aren't my team, but the Super Bowl, it's like, I want my first experience to be with my dad watching the game there. They'll punt it away. They're going to play field position. They'll play field position. They are not going for it. It's been a nice drive so far, but they will try and pin him deep on the punt. So the playoffs, yes, but it's very different. Playoffs are different than Super Bowl. Like, you miss a lot. In person, you miss a lot. And also, like, I was throwing a party. I got you got 2 tickets. Got 2 tickets. So my friend was already coming down for the game. Because my friend it's going to be fair call at the 7-yard line. My friend was coming down for my party. It's funny, my friend was actually coming down for my party. She was like, I missed your parties. I'm coming down. Yeah, it was about football, yep. So he was coming down for my party. Then the Eagles made it. And I was like, are you going to the game? And he's like, no, tickets are too expensive. I'm just going to watch and be at your party. And then a week later, I won the tickets. And I was like, okay. I invited a friend from college down to join him. Like, they're best friends. The Brad Pack Stu Hutz here with a adult tire and blue alert with Junior Vice and Dad settle. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, that's great. That is great. But yeah, that's basically a long story short of that. I won a trivia contest because I'm a sucker for trivia. And the questions were too easy. And every time there's any trivia, I'm going to do it. Yeah, without him, we don't get the merger. Without him, we probably don't get the merger. 24-20 your score, BC ball. Yeah, $20,000 prize, yep. Believe me, if I could sell it, I would. If I could have sold the tickets, I would not tell my friends I want tickets to the game. Believe me, there was no way I would tell them. I would have sold the tickets in a heartbeat. But what's funny is that they then changed the rules because of me, because they didn't realize... Like, when they did the contest, when they wrote the rules for the contest, they had no idea that there was going to be someone who literally talks football for a living and, like, is a full-time NFL historian that runs the trivia competition about NFL that plays the game regularly. So basically, what happened after that was the next day I told my friend, who's a Chiefs fan, I was like, do you want to go to the Super Bowl? And she's like, yeah, but I'm not buying tickets for it. It's too expensive. Like, I can probably help you out. So, I couldn't win, but a friend could win. I could do it. I mean, it might be too well known. Maybe it's well known. But a friend could win. I could play for the friend. Then they changed the rules and said, okay, you can't play for the friend. You have to, like, beat your own podium. So what I would do is that I would like, give him a hand signal down, like stealing signs. Like, give him a hand signal, and I would put up like a finger, like if it's 1, it's this, if it's 2, it's this, and I give him the hand signal Right, because there's a delay between the question and the answer popping up. So there's like a 3-second delay. So if you know the answer, you know where the thing's going to pop up because it's the same spot every time from 1 through 12. So I would give him like a signal. Okay, like here's 2, here's 3. I'll give you the hand signal. And then they changed the rule again. That they put me at an opposite podium. So instead of like being next to each other, we had to be on opposite sides. And there was a guy blocking. So he couldn't steal signs. He came in second that day. But he got a Mahomes football. So Mahomes or Kelsey. I forget if it was Mahomes or Kelsey autograph football. But it was a good consolation prize. Didn't go to the Super Bowl, but did get a Mahomes football. Ball for 6. Want to cough? Went to like millionaire. I don't know how you could cough for like 12 different options. Oh, the middle field incomplete. I don't know how you would do that. Became the Astros? Yes, it became the Astros. But it was legal. Like, they had to change the rules. They literally had to change the rules. There was nothing... Because I read the terms and conditions. There was nothing that said I couldn't do it. So they changed it. They were like, we're in awe. They were, like, all impressed. Like, it's like, yeah, it's company policy, but, like, we're in awe of you. The big blanket on it? Yep. Yeah, that meme's been taken off lately. Coffee amount of times the answer was right. I know how you're coughing 12 times in a, like, 2-minute or 2-second stretch. Handoff here gets 2. Right, 3 coughs for 3. Yeah, but with 12, it would be tough. Also, there's so much, like, noise, because it's not like it's quiet. I mean, everyone's, like, there's music playing, there's a lot of talking, there's a host. And it's, like, in the middle of a convention center. I hear about it? Yeah. Last section number of coughs. Yeah, but I tried my best. I know that trick, Zippy. I'm not falling for it. Legit report Hudson State Bar for like the 20,000th time. 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom, back to his left. Yukon sends 4. James hit in the end zone, gets out, avoids the safety, but it's going to be a loss of 3, and the field position battle pays off as they'll go 3 and out. Yukon punted it on 4th and 1 near midfield. The decision is a good one. Trent Jones on the sack, and BC punting in their own end zone. 12 hurts him. Says talking about basketball. Yep. Everyone defensive thing? Yeah. Chewbacca defense is a thing. Chewbacca defense is an actual thing where you just make up completely random points to try and persuade the jury that nothing makes sense. Florio from his own end zone. Fair catch, call for, and made at the 45. So 40 yards on the punt. UConn starting on the plus side of the 50 with 3:05 to go in the third quarter. And appreciate all you guys being here for this one. If you like, we save that like button, subscribe. Again, we're going to be live later today for Georgia Ole Miss. That will start in, let's say about 80 minutes time. Chewbacca fence never works, except that one episode of South Park. Saying 12 days Christmas. Jeez. Okay, you have to do this in like 2 seconds. And you have to like know the answer too. You have to literally know the answer and then do it. So there was somewhere I didn't know the answer. I'm like, just guess. Because, like, there's some that are obvious where it's like, this is the number of points the Rams scored at Super Bowl 53. I'm like, okay, they scored 3. But then there's somewhere it's like, this is the number of catches Art Monk had at Super Bowl 26 or something. I'm like, wait, like, I don't know the exact number. Cuts back, Edwards back in the game and picking up right where we left off, gave it a 12. Rethink the offensive game plan? Well, I mean, they've only scored 7. You know, they probably should rethink it. The bring up spontaneous combustion? Many times. Many times. I think watching the Jaguars-Chiefs game almost brought me to spontaneous combustion. Watching the pass interference not get called. For Bama, Tennessee, prediction for that? I have Bama winning by 10. Every other week they bring me up with spontaneous combustion. 2001 on the bomb. Coach you basketball with short players, so asked the kid said dog play basketball. Nobody got the reference. Edwards to the 20, and he will be out of bounds to the 17. 2 straight runs for Edwards, 2 straight first downs, and they were in the red zone. How did no one get the reference to Air Bud? Even if you ever saw the movie. No one knows who Air Bud is? They'll bring it back for holding. So a few times now, UConn's been called for holding. So wipe the run off the board, make it 1st and 20. It will not be in the red zone. They got to get that one on number 73, West Hoe. That's insane how no one gets it. Even like you never see Star Wars, you know the reference of Star Wars. So ball will be at the 40. Well, it should be the 43. It's going to be the 42. They move it up. Wait, what? It should be the 40. It should be the 43, not the 42. Hey, first and 19. Joey's the most made versus the bubble. Yeah, that game sucked. Vinny, go for it. Yep, and they got it. Yep, might as well. You're at the 50. 4th and 1. They got it. So first and 19. Again, they don't really move the spot back. Fire on the run. Caught. First down. Doesn't matter. They get to the same spot pretty much. Skylar Bell. He's having a monster game today. 19-yard line is where they're at. Must-win game. Always call back, but did it. I mean, that season was over. Even if they won that game, the season was over. That game was, we had no business being in that one. Bell, 9 catches, 90 yards. He's got half the receptions today by UConn. Fayano, 19 passes completed, 9 to Bell. I guess that's why. Is that a fumble? Was that a fumble? I was never debating about whether it was a fumble or not. It was 100% a fumble. That wasn't the issue. Screen pass. That's caught. Makes one man miss. Edwards to the 15. Down to the 14. A fumble? I don't know the player you're talking about. And then Trevor throwing back shoulder to Harris Johnson. Yep. Talking to my husband last night. That was... Do you think that was... It did seem a bit off. I didn't realize it was your husband. But it did seem a bit off. But wow. Yeah. Only one kid got Space Jam? That's insane. Only one kid got the reference of Space Jam? That is insane. 2 at the top, 1 on the bottom, back to his left. Even like with meme culture. Yeah, I don't know the play we're talking about sports talk. I also don't know the play. 2nd and 5. Pump fake. Back of the end zone, open, caught, touchdown. 2 touchdowns for Fayano in this quarter. Ms. Javante Vereen. The second time today. Yeah, I think you're... So the play was a fumble. I think you're thinking Miles Jack wasn't down. The question was he down? But a fumble, that was never a... You're probably thinking of the Miles Jack wasn't down. No, come on, no, he was talking about the AFC Championship. He wasn't talking about the Jaguar game. Jaguar Eagle. Right, I remember that one. That was the rock, paper, scissors play with Trevor Walker. That was a nice game. We'll go for 298. Yep. Everyone thought it was Thunderstruck because they had a bunch of commercials for it at the time. Oh, wow. Yeah, Miles Jack, yes. So that was a fumble. That was never the issue. The issue was... It can't say being Toledo. I did not see that coming. The issue was he down? Now, the problem is that there's just no consistency. Because by rule, he was down. By rule, if you go to the ground after forcing a fumble by ripping it from someone's arms, that ripping it is ruled as down. But I've seen it called both ways. He was down, but... So I think Jack was down, but they got to call him more consistent because I've seen it called both ways. That's the problem. Just more consistency. But if you force a fumble and you go to the ground to force that fumble, ripping it from someone's arms, that is ruled... Like, if you yank it from someone and you go to the ground, that is your down by contact. But I've seen it called both ways, which is the frustrating part. Yeah, but the Saquon Barkley play, Saquon Barkley, I'm fine calling that a fumble only because I'm more in favor of the defense. And the hit did not cause the fumble. He was like one-hand touch and then took 3 steps and then fumbled. But yeah, that should have been down by contact. But I didn't like that. Deebo Samuel is out. Deebo Samuel is out for the Commanders. Kick off field of the 2 and taken down to the 15. Yeah, ready for the real world? Oh, yeah. That's anything. Separate a lot of stuff from the real world. You gonna be the day 3 pick? Potentially. Or you call down for making defensive touchdowns too easy? Yep. Yeah, I was fine calling that fumble the Saquon thing. I was fine with that. The Discount Tire commercial joked about doing that. One Seattle guy goes, we ask you not to do that. Post-sport progress? Yeah, that's a great question. I don't think anyone knows at this point. Prediction fumbles with the game of draw. I don't see that. QB draw here. James to the 20, and he'll slide down to 22. Nope. And now look at the flag for a late hit. I was going to say, I didn't see it at first, but now a late flag up to the 37. Kelly Player always picks 1 year. He hasn't been good since. He has not been that good since. I get the late hit there on the slide. Ben Smiley. He's back in the game, which is good to see, but what's not good, obviously, is that penalty. Good 3 seconds up, move forward, progress up and stop. Yeah, maybe not like exactly like 3 seconds, but yeah, there should be like some sort of, so it's not arbitrary. Maybe like 2 seconds. QB draw, I'll get 2. Sleeper agent for the Giants. If he's a sleeper agent for the Giants, why did he win Super Bowl with the Eagles last year? If he's a sleeper agent for the Giants, why would he sweep the Giants last year? They'll go quick, fake the screen, hit as he throws, and now we'll throw it away in the direction of his tight end, Shudzinski. Someone got that off to avoid the sack. Want to challenge anything? I don't want it to be like the UFL. The UFL where you couldn't celebrate touchdowns because like the Super Challenge was just so poorly enforced. I'm doing 3 games today. Debo was out. Yes, Debo was out. So go to the 4th. So we're doing Georgia Ole Miss after this is done, and we are doing what are we doing after? We're doing the USC Notre Dame game. UConn outscored BC 14-0 in the 3rd quarter. They lead by 11. BC ball. 3rd and 8. And now this is going to be tough for BC because you've run the ball well today, but down by 11. Time is on your side. Challenge me always can because only because the NFL wanted gone. Yep. Yeah, because everything everything stayed the same. Yeah, it's which con. I mean, there's scouts played at every con. That's every con for you. That's every con to ever exist. I mean, when I walk down to Chase Field, it's usually like there's some point during... Usually it's some series, there'll be a Comic-Con taking place in Phoenix. And the convention center is right by the ballpark, and I see some crazy costumes. At least on my first down should be challengeable. I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that. Personal foul should be challengeable. Helmet to helmet personal fouls, I'm fine with that. Ever lost so far as Miami drop? I think like 8 or 9. We'll still be in the top 10. I don't think they drop out. They got some good wins to their name, but last year's playoff set wasn't bad. They just got bad luck. I'm with you. I think conference championships should mean something. Like if Indiana plays Ohio State in the conference championship, it doesn't really mean anything. Like okay, like obviously you want to win, you can hang a banner, but in terms of penalties, yeah, targeting, yeah, I'm with you there. But in terms of like seeding, okay, well, there's no real difference between being like the 1 versus the 2. So, UConn Duke prediction. Ooh, Duke by 3. Duke by 3. That should be a fun game. Should be a fun game. We'll have this you may call, I think. Question about cosplay cons to do anime moderation. Ooh, did not know that. Did not know that. Like Georgia's got crazily injured. Boise deserved it. I mean, Boise was great last year. The I-15 lets clear path. I agree with you 100% on that one. I've said that for a while. Go to the game? Nice. Should be a good game. That's going to be one of the most deceptively good games of the season. Should be hot for that one. You should be hot for that one. I mean, that's going to be fun. Touchdown Arizona, touchdown Michigan. We got a lot happening right now in college football. This is a good 12 o'clock slate. Why the incomplete passes still count as turnovers? Well, you're not going to get a lot of good quarterbacks. You're a service academy. You're not going to get a lot of good quarterbacks because if you're a good quarterback, you're going to not want to devote 4 years of your life to the military. Early picks for postseason awards. Ooh. For postseason awards. Screw it. Mahomes in the AFC. Stafford NFC. Just go with that for now. UConn's good, yep. Yeah, back in the day, yeah, that was football back in like the 20s. I don't think it was the NFL, but I think back in the day, it used to be, and with passes, you turn the ball over. I don't think it was NFL, though. It was like in the early 1900s. Middle of the field, open, caught, first down, and brought down in plus territory at the 40-yard line. Lewis Bond, gain of about 21. Well, I got UNLV. If they win their top 25. Last year, the hardest championship run, regular plus postseason. I mean, to win 3 games like that. I mean, they won 4, but I mean, to beat Tennessee and beat Oregon. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, win 4 games, that's the hardest run. And it's the most anyone's won. So I think by far it's the hardest one. Football animation, I love it. I love it. 2nd 7. You clear path. How do you define it? You know when you see it. You know when you see it. Maybe hash marks? I don't know about that. AC Champions 2 losses. You know, this one I'm going to go fact. Play action. James checks it down, and that was a first down. McDonald threw his hands. We haven't seen Richard since the second drive on the first play. McDonald's having a good game, but that was right through his hands. Brings up 3rd and 7. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Right, hard to win, Boise. I know that, yeah. I'm just not crazy about Boise this year. I'm not crazy about Boise. Not crazy about Madsen at quarterback. Third down. They went top 10. Ooh. James. Corner route. Behind his man. Oh, he was open. Lewis Bond. Made the grab the last third down. Can't make that one. I can't focus towards entirety. Oh, nice. How many went top 10? All right, let me think about this one. From that game. So last 2 drafts. Adunze went top 10. Penix went. McCarthy, I thought McCarthy was top 10. Penix went. Adunze went. They're going to go for it. 2 for 2 on 4th down. He might as well. Kind of in no man's land here. Back to his right. They'll send 5. Middle of the field, open, caught. 3 for 3 on 4th down. And over the middle of the field at the 25, it's Lewis Bond. Got the 3rd down conversion last time. 4th down conversion here again at 12 and a 1st. I don't want to be subjective. I'm with you there. He ramped down his cable channels with the streaming platform. I'm not surprised, unfortunately. With the merger and everything, I'm not surprised. And the declining relevance, I get it. I'm going to guess 3 players were top 10. QB drawn, James brought down the 28-yard line. Or 27, I should say. Loss of 3. Vincent Carroll Jackson on the stop. Made for each team. I'm going to go 2 for Washington, 1 for Michigan. That's my guess. Second and 12. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom, back to his right. UConn. Showing 6 in the box. Tosses it out. Got some space to the 15 and down to the 13. They toss out to Bo McCormick. The true freshman, his first carry of the day. Only had 26 yards entering today on 2 yards a carry. His longest run of the season was 7. We got about 15 there in a first. MVPs for that. Would Jokic and Wemby work? I don't know if that would work. I think Jokic and Wemby. Yeah, Card's going to start Brissett. Yep. Yeah, might as well rest Kyler. Especially got a quality backup in Brissett. Half again to McCormick. And this time we'll get 3 down to the 9-yard line. Orgeron I return? No. No, just... You're making bank right now doing nothing. That wouldn't work. Let's go Giannis. Let's go Giannis, then. Let's go Giannis. Pistol here, second 7-play action. James looking. Second read, back of the end zone, behind his man, incomplete. Behind his man, incomplete. It was 5? Oh, wow. Yeah, probably just spiking on a few guys. Probably just spiking on a few guys. Well, that'll be 6 then. Wait, that'd be 6. Either way, I was wrong. I was way wrong on that. Third and 7. James stumbles, then stays on his feet, looking to take off for the corner, and he'll get 2. Pushed out of bounds at the 7, brings up 4th and 5. I think that makes sense, yeah. Once Bio is complete, you can see what the landscape is like. I wouldn't. And they will kick the field goal. On 4th and 5, they're going to kick the field goal. So a long drive. Took a lot of time off the clock. And it'll go down to a 1-score game, but I need the 2-point conversion at some point. Change my name back and forth. I don't know. They changed it to handles again. I don't know why. I hate it. I hate it. There's some chats that have the, like, usernames. So field goal is good, 31-23. Some channels have usernames. Some of them have handles. I like usernames better. I don't know why. Yeah, I would go for it here, too. Inside the 10, I would go for it here. But they kick. It's an 8-point game. Like, it changes inconsistently. I hate it. Because now I have to, like, remember people by 2 things instead of 1. Which sucks. You pay someone $18 million a year, non-coach team. Yep. Yep, it's the amount of money you could put into buildings like that. And new resources and books and whatnot. And 31-23 your score. If you like what you see, the like button, subscribe. And again, we will be live for Georgia Ole Miss. I'll link that stream in just a little bit. And the same name. Yeah, but your handle, I don't think you can change it. I don't think you can change it. You know, I agree, Sword Sucker. I agree. I would have gone for it there. I would have gone for it there. Yukon ownership temporarily returns to Glendale temporarily? Fiction. That relationship got way too toxic. I know it'll be a new ownership, but it got way too toxic. I don't think they want anything to do with him ever again. Should I avoid it possible? Yep. I'd avoid it possible too. My voice would not like college OT. My voice does not like college OT at all. 31-23 your score. I watched her in 2000 Duke. Oh, God. I'm going to take Duke by a hair. That's... Oof. Take Duke by a hair. So you can get it back. Found the end zone 4 times today. Fayano looking very, very sharp at quarterback. 20 for 27, 321, 3 touchdowns, no picks. He's having a good game. Kickoff here. We'll be in the end zone, and they're going to take a knee at the 25-yard line. 10:40 to go in the 4th. UConn trailed at the half. Outscore BC 14-0 in the third. Now find themselves up 8. We're going to make a 2-score game again. Take some time off the clock. Make it very tough for the Eagles to come back in. BC has not won a game this season against an FBS opponent. They're a 1 win this season. August 30 against Fordham. 66-10. Fordham, not an FBS school. It's been tough for Bill O'Brien as of late. First down, Fayano, looking middle of the field, and that is broken up. Nice diving play there by Carter Davis. The team that's lost 6 straight games against FBS opponents. Last time they beat an FBS opponent, November 30th of last year, that 34-23 win against Pitt. Barbara and Durham, yep. Well, Georgia Tech is they're in the red zone. Georgia Tech's like a go situation. Yeah, Duke was not good in the 2000s. Duke was very much not good in the 2000s. Tight end in motion. Here's Hansen. They'll hand it off. And he'll make it 3rd and medium. About 5 on the run to the 30-yard line. Where's Durham? It's right next to Raleigh. Right next to Raleigh. The downtown arena for both Coyotes and Suns is the answer. Well, they're not going to do that. Footprint Center is nice. Footprint Center is gorgeous, actually. They just did a massive renovation to Footprint. It's gorgeous. Like their mortgage matchup, whatever you want to call it now. They're not going to do a new arena. It's basically brand new. Where's Raleigh? North Carolina. 3rd and 5. Fayano. Looking the flat. Guys open. Caught. Can he get the first? No, he cannot. Harper tried extending the ball, but will only get 3. That'll be a quick 3 now for the Huskies. So just what BC needed. Won't be a lockout in baseball? Oh, I think there will be. I think the problem is that you're going to have you need a salary floor, and I think a lot of these owners are too cheap to do it. So I'll punt it away on 4th and 2. Just what BC needed. Now they're going to get it back down by 1 score. Connor Stutz on to punt. Gets it off. Takes a good bounce. And we'll be rolling down to the 9-yard line. 58-yard punt. So BC starting with under 9 to go inside their own 10 after a good punt there by Stutz. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton here. So we try and grow this community even more. We're going to be live for Georgia, Ole Miss. Let me actually change that right now. I'll open up the chat for that. I'm going to open up the chat for that. I'm sure the boss commissioner should be. You would think. You would think. All good, Joe. Appreciate you, man. See you for the late game. See you for the late game. All right. All right. I will link the Ole Miss Georgia stream right there. Or he'd be ousted immediately. Yep. He'd be ousted immediately. He works for the commissioners. The old Greyhound track is the best site for a downtown hockey rink. Where's the old Greyhound track? Greyhound Park? Let's really put the, that's where Phoenix Rising plays their games now. That's where Phoenix Rising plays. It's not really downtown. It's not really downtown. But LSU, it's a good game so far. We got a lot of good games right now. I wouldn't call it downtown, like outskirts of downtown, but I have no problem with that. I think it's where the Rising play their games. Or the swap meet? Oh, okay, yeah. That could work, yeah. Yeah, a lot of good games today. 12 o'clock slate's been great. 12 o'clock slate's been really good. So 31-23 your score. BC ball at their own 9-yard line. Paul isn't dead yet? No, it is not. No, it's not. And want to able to cap floor? Yes, he did. He did. Because he's like one of the beauties of American sports that every team's got hope and faith that they can be good in a given year. But now, like, with the owners not spending, it's like, it's hard. Hand off to the side. Gets 7, McDonald. You know, he wanted to do it. But he always said, like, he wants a salary cap, but if you're going to have a cap, you got to have a floor, and the owners would never go for that. Empty backfield now. Trips to the top, 2 to the bottom. Now in the pistol. Again, stretched to McDonald, and he's brought down at the line. There was space in the second level, but a beautiful first down, maybe big tackle there by Byron Parham. Bring it 3rd and 3. More than just the Padres in the near future. The big 4. NFL probably not anytime soon. I think so, yeah. I think at some point we'll see another team. NBA or NHL. I don't know which one. But I think at some point we'll get a second team in San Diego. Supreme Court levels? Probably not. James sacked on the play. Stepping up, and he'll be brought down the 14-yard line. Quick 3 and out. Moa and Parham. Renwick and Parham on the stop. So the problem is that the whole thing with... Here's what's going to be interesting. Is that they've got the antitrust exemption. At a time we're seeing a lot of Saudi involvement in sports. Fair catch called for and made at the 45. That's where UConn's going to start this drive near midfield. About 40 yards on the punt. There's a lot of Saudi involvement in sports where they have unlimited money. If Washington loses this game, they're not getting ranked anytime soon. Like, there's a lot of Saudi involvement in sports right now, where they have unlimited money. More money than most of these owners can dream of. You can't make a competing baseball league in America because of the antitrust exemption. But that's always been dangling over their heads. That, hey, if you don't play, we're not going to give out an antitrust exemption to a sport that's not playing. Like, they dangled it over in 22 during the lockout. The handoff to the side to Edwards. Down to the 49. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking, Michael. Is with Saudi involvement lately, right now they're legally barred from doing a competing baseball league in America. They would get an injunction. It would not happen. But you dangle that antitrust exemption, say, hey, look, so it's read option, Villano gain a 7. Give up a Sarah Rusher? Yeah, but that's a little bit different. That's not about the game being played or whatnot. That's not about whether the game is being played. I could see based on... I'm not saying Congress can intervene on a salary cap or salary floor, but what I am saying is that they could be like, hey, wait a second, guys. If you don't play, if you don't figure this out, if this season does not happen, if you miss X amount of games, we're removing that antitrust exemption. We're going to take away that protection that's helped you have no competing leagues for over 100 years. And then figure it out. Parker in motion. Hand up the middle. Down to the 38, gain of 6. So there's not incentive for any of these leagues to play a full season. There always is. But there's more incentive for baseball because the antitrust exemption, you get that stripped away, who knows what the heck happens at that point. Who knows what happens. All good, Hippo. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Jim Moore thinks UConn make playoff. They cannot. They cannot make playoff this year. But they're a good team. I've said it for a while. I think they could be a 9-10 win team this year. 2nd 4 in the pistol once again. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. I'll change the emojis for the next game when the time comes. Play action. Fayano. Flat's not there, so going deep. 1-on-1. Incomplete tight coverage, no flag. Looking for Bell, the monster player today. Got close to 100 yards receiving, but Isaiah Farris on the coverage. Yeah, it gives me confidence to play with the partial season. Yep. Because I could definitely see Congress. It'd be a bipartisan issue. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, you want baseball to happen. You want baseball to happen. Antitrust exemption, there's no reason for it to exist for baseball. There really, back in the day there was, because there were all these competing leagues, and you wouldn't have leagues, like leagues can't function if there's only like 4 teams in it. But no other sport gets that protection. 3rd and 4, slam pass. That one's caught by Bell, and that's a first down. Breaks the tackle to the 30. 25-20, 15, 10, 5, and he's in. Fayano, his 4th touchdown pass of the day. And UConn leads 37-23. What's up, Maritimes leave? Oh, I don't even know about that. I'm saying Saudi money. You get Saudi money in there? Decertifying? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But Bell in the slant breaks the tackle, breaks the 2nd tackle, and then gets a nice downfield block. Randall League should have antitrust exemption? Yep. No, they don't. Baseball's the only one that does. So the reason why baseball does, there's a reason why baseball does. It was a very good reason at the time. The reason why I hate antitrust is because if you had, yes, that's literally what Steele said. It's literally an institution. Like he referred to baseball as an institution. The reason why antitrust was a thing for baseball was back in the 1910s. You had the American League, the National League, the Federal League, you had all these different leagues. And it got to a point where it's like, wait a second, there's only so many baseball teams out there. If they're all playing in their own league, a league can't function with 4 teams. It's not good. That's not good for the sport. It's not good for society. It's not good for interstate commerce. They use the interstate commerce thing as, well, the teams aren't in the same state, so it's interstate commerce, therefore we can regulate it. Because they're playing in different states. Like New York, we can't regulate commerce within the state, but between the states, we can regulate that. It's part of the Constitution, we can regulate that. So New York plays Boston, 2 different states, New York and Massachusetts. So that's why the antitrust exemption existed for baseball. Because the idea was, we can regulate this, it's interstate commerce. I mean, they can use commerce clause for anything. You learn very quickly in constitutional law, you can use the commerce clause to justify anything. But they use it for that, and they also have the idea of, look, if there's like 5 or 6 competing leagues where they're all playing each other 50 times a season, that's not fun. That's not going to work. But that's always been dangling around as a threat. The ABC plays at Louisville, that's going to be my condolences. It's always been dangling around as a threat of, hey, if you screw up, you step out of line. And they tried that in 22 with the lockout. There was bipartisan support if they didn't get a season in or it got delayed a long time that they were going to pull the exemption. And it might not have been a big deal 10 years ago. Like 10 years ago, okay, you pull the exemption, like there's going to be a competing league. So about an NFL team, they wouldn't allow it. They would not allow it to happen. Because the money is unfathomable. The money involved is unfathomable. They wouldn't allow it to happen. The expansion, I would say by 2030 we'll get teams announced. By 2030 we'll get teams announced. If Saudi bought a team, basically, good luck if you like your head coach. Good luck. Because your coach is going to get poached. He'll build the best staff money can buy. Like back like 10 years ago, it'd say, okay, antitrust exemption, so what? If it gets pulled, so what? No one's creating a competing league. No one has the infrastructure to do a competing league with Major League Baseball. But now with Sony money coming in, and now with them trying to with Middle Eastern money, trying to sport washing and whatnot. It's a whole different ballgame now. Who's to say? When putting with a strike with a nudie bar baseball league? Oh, God. Still Carl in the nearby tree? Oh, man. Yeah, Cardinals are cool birds. Cardinals are really cool birds. Just got an update from CK. Kings and Suns prices have dropped. They were at $12. What do you mean they dropped? They were at $12. Kickoff end zone touchback, ball to 25. Just don't allow the chunk play if you're UConn. That's been fine. Again, BC running the ball very well today, but you can't really run the ball down by 15 with 5 minutes left. Okay, NBA team soon? Yeah, they will. Vegas and Seattle are going to get teams soon. No doubt in my mind they're going to get teams soon. 5:04 to go. 4 down territory at this point. Down by 15. You can't really run the ball. And James, when he's had time to throw, UConn, the pocket has collapsed. McCormick in the backfield. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Takes it. They send 4. Slam pass, that's caught. First down at the 38-yard line for Bond. Touchdown Arizona. All right. 4:50 to go now. Middle of the field. Open, but dropped. Too high for Franklin. I was going to say raises the question because begs the question is logical fallacy. To some extent. To some extent. I was going to say, I'm not going crazy. It's 38-23. The scoreboard is wrong. The scoreboard on ACC Network is wrong. It's 38-20. I was going to say, I'm not going crazy. The extra point was good. Swings it out to his back. McCormick makes the grab. Jukes upfield to the 50. Yeah, they literally have the wrong score right now. I've not seen that before. So as make those AI statements. Oh, man. They said 4. There'd be a lot of building code stuff with that. A lot of them are not ADA compliant. A lot of them are definitely not ADA compliant. It's a gain of 8. I think the drafts go back to Radio City every now and then. Oh, I don't. Having been to multiple drafts at Radio City, I do not want that in the slightest bit. No way. No. Nope. Nope. The draft is perfect the way it is now. It's the traveling circus. Radio City would be so boring nowadays. Well, the Jets fans, I'll give you that. Well, I think we'll see a Central Park draft at some point. I'll get those ticked off Jets fans. James checks it down to his back. Jeremiah Franklin, the tight end, makes the grab again at 12 and a first. Just nothing chunk play, really. There you go, quick. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Have you time zones, national schools in East and everyone else in West? Ooh. James gets sacked to the 40-yard line. Loss of 10, 3rd and 20. The other draft is now the Department of Midfield Tradition. Oh, I don't miss it. UConn 6 sacks today. Third down. Times Square. Well, Times Square would be a nightmare. Times Square would be a nightmare. No, Times Square would suck for the draft. Times Square would suck for the NFL draft. No way. No freaking way. Central Park would be cool. Times Square would suck. I don't even know if I would go to a Times Square. It would be a logistical nightmare. Like, logistical nightmare, a Times Square draft. Again, BC call timeout after the sack, and then UConn will take a timeout, get their defense set. You'll feel that would be incredible, yeah. I want to see that Cathedral one. That Cathedral one would look awesome. Some of those stadiums look really cool. Again, the score is 38-23. My score is right. All right, Times Square is on. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I lived in New York for... I've been there many times. I've lived in New York for the first 18 years of my life. Like, believe me when I say, logistical nightmare. That would be probably the one draft. I would go to the draft in Alaska. Then the ball drop there. It doesn't really prove the point. It doesn't really prove the point. Does that look fun? You're kind of proving the point. Does that look fun to attend? James, sack to the 43. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You just threw my forward sports talk. like that would be... They go for 4th and 22. James chucking it deep. Double coverage and... out of the hands of the wideout. Reed Harris tried to jump for that one. Couldn't get it. And UConn will take over with 2:42 go up by 15. Again, not 14. I don't know why the score bug is wrong on ESPN. But UConn is in front by 15. And BC, 2 timeouts left. This one looks done and dusted. Georgia Tech up by 10 meanwhile on Duke. Again, it is 38-23. Not 37-23. Don't know why the score bug is wrong on ACC Network. Hey, guys, won't be so cold in April. That's true, at least. If they give to the side, Edwards will get back to the line. And BC will take their second time out. You're packed in like sardines. It is, it's a nightmare. I will never go to Times Square for New Year's unless... The only way I would ever go for New Year's, only way I would ever go is if I have, like, reservations to do, like, a rooftop. Like, reservations on a rooftop. Other than that, there's no way. Right, more people there for the draft than the ball drop. Yeah. Be more people there for the draft. Yep. And you can't see anything. You can't see anything at Times Square. Unless you're, like, right in the center, you can't see anything. Then blocking off the roads, redirecting traffic, and all that, and... You remember, too, that the ball drop, you're just there for the dropping of the ball. You're just there for that. You're packed in like sardines. The draft, you have the whole experience. You have all the shops. You have the fields. You have, like, for, like, the NFL experience where, like, run the 40 and all that. You have the stages for autographs. You have a lot of different stuff. You couldn't do it. Central Park would be the spot. Second down, stretch play. Edwards will not get the first. He'll be getting to the 45, 3rd and 8. Going a year where there's a snowstorm no one wants to go. There's a reason no one wants to go in that one. There's a reason no one wants to go. People will still go. I mean, tourists that fly all over the world for this. They'll go no matter what. Again, there's a lot in life that I regret not doing. I'll never get the chance to do. There's a lot in life. I could live till I'm 300. I will never regret living in New York and being in New York for most of the New Years of my life. I've been in there for all but 2 at this point. I've been in New York for all but 2 years. And I do not regret not going to Times Square. Michigan goes by 24/7, yep. Huskies are, yeah, they're not getting ranked. 3rd down. Draft and bust where the hole exactly. Oh, no. Oh, no. Handoff here gets 2. They'll take it down to 2 and timeout. I mean, they can close down, like, roads. They can do that. They can close down roads. Have to be a lot of roads, though. You could go Patriot Place, but people have to go out of the way to get to Patriot Place. You want to start people to just go without having to transport. I don't think let's just go 6 and 6. I don't think they go 6 and 6. They're a good team. They're just a crap game for them. I love the Vandy game still in the third quarter. I love that we are over 3 hours in and we are in the third quarter. Wait, what? Wait. Wait a second. That's legit? Wait, what? Hang on. Wait a second. All right, breaking news. We have breaking news. Yeah, New York Times confirmed it. Holy cow. Part of New York's Long Island. That was Long Island. We have breaking news. The Giants are closing in on a new manager. Right, yeah, Boston, I don't know. You have to close down last city centers for that. Right, be held to set friend, yeah. The Giants are closing in on a new manager. And it is Tennessee baseball manager Tony Vitello. Tony Vitello won the World Series with the Vols last year. Tennessee's one of the best programs in college baseball since he got there. Tony Vitello, according to the New York Times, is closing in on a deal to become the new manager of the San Francisco Giants. He will go from college to the pros. Don't see that every day. So he'll go from college manager to pro manager. Tony Vitello from the Tennessee Volunteers to the San Francisco Giants. Wow. You're going to give me 10 guesses as who the new manager is going to be. I would not have said that. You're going to give me 10 guesses. I'd be like, there's no way. Stephanie reaction? I mean, he won in Tennessee. Oh, not New York Giants. No, not New York Giants. College guys say, well, I have no idea. I honestly have no idea what the track record is. Stephanie, I think, is just trying to wide around the field goal, so Duke's going to lose. Stephanie's trying to process this. I don't know what her reaction is, but she's probably checking all his socials right now to see if he posted anything about Taylor Swift. Probably checking all the socials, making sure he likes Taylor Swift. What part? Oh, Long Island. I was like right between Nassau and Suffolk counties. It's about 30 minutes outside the city. Georgia Tech wins, Michigan wins, yep. Vandy, okay, fourth quarter, yeah. Okay, that was a score bug error. That was a graphic error. Yeah, Vandy game's in the fourth quarter. Vandy game's in the fourth. That was a score bug error. It said third quarter on that. I just spent a replay. Yeah, LSU's in the fourth. My bad. Oh, wow. I've had 2:33 left. Yep. I want Vandy to do this so badly. They're legit. Flag flies on the punt. It will be fair call at the 15-yard line. What's the flag? If it's offside, that's a ball game. So it's 4th and 5. We're too late to do a Heidi. It's on Boston College. It's offside. It's offside on Boston College. And that's a 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down. Yeah, no, it's not Bochy. Yep. Nope, not Bochy. You go a lot younger. Go new regime. Probably Vandy having... Yes. Deal looks good. So first down for UConn. And they're just going to take some knees and get out of here. BC jumps off sides from that kind of season. Jump offside on a punt. It wasn't even a hard count. It was not even a hard count. They jump offside on a punt. There's something else to say about BC this season except wow. There's 7 straight losses against FBS opponents. 6 straight this season. Went to Nassau, Bahamas? Well, I've been to Nassau before, yes. I've been to Nassau before. And with that in mind, they're just taking some knees, so we're going to get out of here. I'm going to set up the next stream. We'll go live for that in about 20 minutes' time. So click that link above to join the Georgia Ole Miss stream. Final score, again, the score bug is wrong for ESPN. UConn 38, BC 23. UConn wins their 4th straight. BC loses their 6th straight. I will see you guys in 20 minutes for Ole Miss Georgia. I'm going to set that up. So see you guys for that. Take care. See you later for game 2 of 3 that we're calling.